Yo, we're back. This is Running Point, episode 15. I'm DJ. That's Steve, Ronnie, and Serge. Today's rundown is going to be about the WNBA, Caitlin Clark versus everybody. Where's it to watch the actual game itself? Angel Reese versus Alyssa Thompson. Obviously, we're going to recap the Wolves Mavs series. Is Luka that dude? Did Ant poke the bear, the wrong bear? And the Celtics pace, is that series over?
Yeah.
And then we're going to end it today with Game Point. A couple of miscellaneous topics that I think we're going to be excited to talk about. But Caitlin Clark, what's up? Is she getting too much hate?
How many games has she played? 7?
5.
7.
6-1, right? Or 1-6?
No, 1-6.
Yeah.
1-6, but they played the most games in the WNBA.
All right. So, what player in NBA history have we even had so much media attention on after 7 games? 7 career games.
LeBron James.
That's pretty much it, right?
James.
She
Yeah.
ain't LeBron James.
Well, that's not true. We've had plenty of rookies that come into the league and we've kept our eye on them.
Yeah, but
Not to this extent.
The WNBA got both eyes, hands, and feet on her.
I mean, what's it?
Right?
Yeah.
Only because-
is it the most? Yes.
It's because they see the money grab. Like,
Of course.
if she brings more money in, then everyone's contracts, every coach, every owner, everybody makes more money.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand that she's the cash grab.
Most televised game, 2.45 million.
Yeah,
That's
So
since
the ratings
Diana
been
Taurasi.
translated.
Yeah,
right.
for
The
sure.
Raiders-
But my thing is, like, she's not the only player or entity in the WNBA. There's other great women that are playing the game of basketball.
ain't nobody checking for them.
But that's the sad part about it. If you're trying to grow the game globally or just grow the game within now they're in Toronto or going to be in Toronto.
Right.
But you're trying to grow the game. She's not the only player. You know what I'm saying? There's other players that the aces, the reigning champs, they're not really talked about. The New York Liberty, shout out to New York teams and all that.
You know why, DJ?
Go ahead.
Nobody cares.
You got to care if you're trying to put them on the platform.
If you're trying to put them on the platform, just use her and win games.
So then why not set up an easier schedule for it in the beginning?
Exactly. She would have played 30 donuts before she played a tough team. It would have been Christmas time before she met a challenge. If I was there.
Well, the opposite argument is that they want to show off the competition in the WNBA. They want to show off some of the other teams, some of the players. They just played the Aces. That got Asia Wilson on there. Kelsey Plum. Kelsey, what's her name?
Plum.
Plum.
Played the Liberty, another super team. So she's been making her rounds. It's kind of like they got her on display.
Yeah.
Which
do you like it? Do you like the backlash she's getting?
backlash from who?
Everybody. They don't like the fact that she's the face of the league already. It's still unproven.
Well, that's whose fault is that? It's not hers.
It's not hers, yeah.
No, I'm just asking the question.
At the
It's
end of
versus
the day,
everybody right now.
for the league.
Yeah.
And when I say the league, I mean the WNBA
Mhm.
should have did a better job of creating a schedule that supported her being the Great White Hope, which is what they're campaigning her as,
Mhm.
rather than throwing her to the wolves, because that's poor business. That's a poor business mind. If you really want to generate interest and create, more revenue, then you want to build something up that's interesting and has people like, hey, let me go see what's going
Of course.
on. If it was the NBA, for instance, she'd probably be playing, the Orlando
Bobcats.
Magic or the Bobcats
Back
for
in
the
day.
first 30 games.
Yeah.
It'd be, Caitlin versus the Bobcats. And then we just see her tear these teams apart before she actually met something that was going to be, challenging. Right?
Formidable foe.
So at least when you find, because what was it, 2.4 or 5 million views, you probably try to get it up to like 3.5 before she face anything worth, watching her lose to.
Are they doing themselves? Because I don't know where to watch it, to be honest with you. I know there was like a live game on Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
There's been on Disney Plus, so I don't know exactly where to watch. Are they doing a poor job of like matching up against the NBA playoffs? Ronnie, what do you think?
Oh,
My fault.
No, go ahead.
I mean, yeah. If that they don't. It seems like they don't have the infrastructure for this wave. I mean, I don't know what their TV deal is like, but definitely not having the games like where we could watch them is a problem.
Facts.
Going up against the NBA playoffs is a problem. I always say they should coincide their season with the NBA season. So maybe, they got expansion coming in. They're still building. They're acting like they're not 20, 25 seasons in.
Yeah, facts.
Which is crazy.
I agree. What were you saying, Serge? You were about to say something?
No. I was just gonna say, what was your question, Ryan? My fault.
Oh no, where's there to watch? Like, are they doing themselves a disservice going up against the NBA playoffs?
I think that's the number one thing is going against the NBA playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like yesterday was the Celtics and Pacers, and concurrent to that game was the Aces and the Fever.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think I'm gonna watch? Respectfully,
no, very true.
It's no disrespect to the WNBA. I love Caitlin Clark and what she brings, but like,
yeah, they could even have a filler today, like in the afternoon, a 3:00 game on a Sunday,
right?
Just to fill it in to right before the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to do.
Yeah,
We're waiting around all day.
I don't see anything wrong with the WNBA being an undercard to the NBA. I think,
it's perfectly
I don't think
fine.
there's anything wrong with that.
Fine.
Yeah,
and I think you would get more people interested, or like, let me throw some sports on before the playoffs and kind of check it out and see what's going on. That makes more sense. I don't know if there's even a relationship like that between the WNBA and the NBA because it doesn't always seem like they're like connected other than just by name or title. Because
except for during All-Star weekend.
Right. Like, why would you have NBA and WNBA games on and it's the NBA playoffs? Right. If you're connected in any type of way, that the people who are watching the playoffs are going to choose the playoffs over the WNBA. But maybe those people would watch the WNBA if the playoffs weren't on right now. So you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you're really on the same side.
And then also, I think what they're doing a disservice, a lot of the draft picks don't make a roster either.
Mm.
So they have like 11 days of training camp. How can you get any kind of team chemistry building if you only have 11 days? Like, there's a draft and then immediately there's training camp. Within that training camp, then the season, like there's a small preseason, then the game, like this regular season starts.
Right after your college season.
Yeah, like it's
literally
just,
right after.
how can you get acclimated to any kind of job, right? You have 90 days of like probationary period, even on a workplace. They're like, there's no structure. They need to rework it some kind of way. I don't have all the answers. Like, even we always go back to like the Brittany Griner situation where they dropped the ball there. Like her situation in jail and things like that. They could have like helped her get reacclimated to society and just followed her through that process and what that looks like. And especially like May being like mental health month, you know what I'm saying? Like they can like correlate that some kind of way, like just to kind of build some kind of more viewership, I guess, and more subscribers like we need. You know what I'm saying? So like and subscribe, Running Point and all that.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the flip side to that, you have Angel Reese and Alyssa Taylor, that kind of like that scuffle. Like the young versus the old. Like, do you guys like that competitive nature with Alyssa Thompson did to Angel Reese?
I do.
I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, we would have seen something similar in the WNBA.
Yeah.
I mean, in the NBA itself, where, veterans, they come at younger players. You got to show and prove. So it does look like Alyssa Thomas couldn't handle Angel Reese's energy.
Okay.
I'll put it like that. And she was getting frustrated a couple of shots. And which is, you got to put your foot down. You got to show the youngin', like, you ain't ready for this physicality. There's skill and then there's physical. You got to have them both match up.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, Angel Reese has been doing her thing.
Yes.
I mean, she's a winner. In my book, she's a winner and she performs. Her energy that she's bringing, like Thomas was getting frustrated.
Yeah.
That's the only thing she could have done.
Yeah.
Was what she did. So I like it.
What do you think?
And to your point,
yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw Angel's response to that. Angel loved it.
Yeah.
And I loved that. Angel loved it.
Yeah.
When you have a player like she said it, she thanked her for giving her that, that reality
Welcome
check.
to the WNBA.
Welcome to the WNBA.
Yeah.
Now I know what I got to do to avoid that shit next time. That's all it is. It's just playing. It's literally just playing. This is her rookie season. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen again.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you she'll be on the lookout next time.
Got you. Go on, sorry.
My butt. She taking it on her chin. She ain't no punk.
Hell.
No.
She's staying quiet right now because she's a rookie.
Yeah.
So she
you gotta
it
do what
play
you
out.
gotta do.
But like, you know what I mean? Angel Reese is about it. So
Facts.
I agree.
Be
Ronnie,
more, be more, bro.
That's
Facts.
that's how the game is played, right?
Facts.
You know, when you're a rookie and you coming in the league, it's not the first time, it ain't the last time we're gonna see stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you should be handling, right?
And she thanked her. That's what
Right.
I loved. Like
So
she
like
thanked
that's
her
the
for
only way that, and take notice if you're a rookie going into the league, that's how you handle it. You know,
They're not
Facts.
supposed to let you have easy shots.
No.
They're not supposed to let you get to the hoop.
No.
None of that bullshit.
But
Like,
you
it's
shouldn't
gonna
want
be tough.
easy though. You shouldn't want it easy, like an easy path to whatever you're trying to get to. You
And
want
then-
the, you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
want the difficulties. You want the
I'm not sure you want
The
to
value.
choke slam either.
Of
You
course,
don't
of
want
course
to
not.
choke
But,
slam.
but
Granted,
that's gonna happen when you're being competitive. You know what I mean? Like it didn't seem like it was like a actual thing she wanted to
Alyssa
do.
was just getting her ass beat that whole night.
Of course,
and she
yeah,
just
yeah.
got frustrated.
Retaliation for
And
sure. But
you know.
what hasn't that? I mean, as long as it hasn't come to blows, it's competitive, it's within the lines, and keep it there. You know what I'm
If
saying?
it went to blows, I wouldn't be mad.
Got you. I'm just saying,
I
like
would be
maybe
mad.
we might need a scuffle
Shit.
in the WNBA a little bit. You know what I mean?
couple.
They've had.
I mean,
Candace
they
Carter
have,
and
of
Florida
course.
Pearson. That's my
Of course,
favorite
yeah.
overall. That's been my favorite.
Word.
WNBA chicks get it in.
No, I'm not saying that they don't. But speaking of like teacher, student, or old vet and younger player, Ant-Man poking the bear at Kyrie. Was that a good move or smart move by him?
It was a brash. It was
Okay.
a brash move.
Okay.
It was a brash move because I understood why he did it.
Okay.
I understood why he did it, why he said it. But now you got to prove it. And we see clearly you can't do that right now. So that face of the league talk, I think it has to stop.
Damn. After one game?
2 games.
I mean, 2 games, but at
After
that
two-
time, it was one game.
After 2 clear games that you cannot guard Kyrie.
Okay.
2 clear games.
Okay.
Clear.
Why are you smiling over there?
Clear.
Steve? He didn't expect the Mavs to be here. You know what I mean? He didn't expect the Mavs to be here.
Say.
Listen,
Clear.
first of all, I didn't expect. I wanted the Mavs to be here, but I didn't expect them to be here.
Got you.
So the fact that he's even here saying this, that face of the league thing, I think you might want to take a couple steps back.
Nah, I'm a step forward.
You're saying to Ant-Man or you saying no?
I'm just
This guy.
based off his take,
Okay.
because that take is wild, and I'm gonna tell you why.
So you think Ant-Man should be the face of the league still?
Listen,
It doesn't change anything.
Not that way.
I don't think any of this changes. If anything, I applaud him because at the
Okay.
end of the day,
He could be the cover of 2K.
he challenged Wolverine. You know,
Mm.
he said, "Listen, the baddest dude on the team to handle, right?
Facts. Okay.
The most graceful, the one with the most veteran tutelage,
Most skillful.
the most skillful player. I'm playing him on D. He didn't say this at half time. He didn't say this after the game. He said it the day before the game. So he put his name out there. He stepped up.
I respect it. I respect
And
it.
I give him all the respect in the world because that's what we want, right? This is the new NBA. We want people that are fearless, cold-blooded, not willing to make friends. We've been waiting for this. Like we don't
Buddy ball is over. Buddy ball.
Wasn't these niggas on a banana boat fucking
Facts.
10 years ago? Like we don't want none of that shit.
Yeah.
We want people that's coming to the game to kill the other person.
Yeah. I agree.
And guess what? I'm gonna let you know.
Figuratively, people. Figuratively.
Now,
Yeah.
yes, obviously,
you just gotta-
yes. But we want that mindset, right?
Facts.
We want that Mamba mindset.
Yeah.
And I love it because he challenged the right one. And he he got his ass handed to him, right?
Facts.
Because he learned something. He's like, listen, if you could play D on him all you want, but if you're trying to play offense too,
Your legs are gone.
you better bring a iron lung with you because Kyrie's gonna give it to you, and
gonna
that's
dance all
exactly
night.
what happened. And it's just made for great TV, right?
I mean,
Nobody-
he had to pick somebody because it's either you get Kyrie or you get Luka.
He would have been better off calling out Luka.
Are you sure, my nigga? Are
Who's
you
more
sure?
skilled?
My nigga, Luka is kind
Who's
of.
more skilled?
Luka is on pace to get a 5-year, $346 million
And
extension.
it's not about money though, right?
It's not about money, but that's
a
due
youth
to a
movement.
reason.
I think that
That's
is
a
a
youth
more
movement.
challenging.
That's due to a.
I think it's a more challenging task for him, D'ing up Kyrie, only because Kyrie's smaller, right, and faster.
And he's
Luka's bigger
Luka's bigger,
and stronger.
but he can handle that because he's a big dude himself. Pause. But like when you going up against somebody that's as skilled as
What are you talking
Kyrie,
about?
it's kind of crazy because
Yeah.
he didn't even really do that good of a job. Like, would Kyrie have like 25 in the first half?
Yeah, 24. Yeah.
And he was trying as hard as he could to stay in front of him.
The thing is with Kyrie, you
to
don't.
that point. Oh, I'm
No, go
my
ahead.
fault. To that point, when Ant said that though,
Mhm.
did you expect any type of like defensive stop from Ant? Like, did you expect him to stop Kyrie? Even with saying
I didn't
all
expect 25 in the first half.
Because he's averaging like 7 points a half right now.
that. No,
And for him
you're
to say
right.
that-
You're
Yeah, but
right. But
people
it's
are-
Kyrie Irving though.
People
man.
are saying that, but
Hey.
it was a deliberate move from Kyrie in the previous series to let Luka do his thing in the first half
Of
and
course.
take over when
Yeah.
he needed to. So it was deliberately him not being aggressive in the first half. So this time around, maybe it was the game plan, maybe it was Ant saying something, whatever it was, Kyrie was deliberately aggressive.
He
So it was
spoke
a
to it.
different game plan.
Yeah.
So I don't say like, oh, like because Ant was guarding him, he couldn't guard him, and Kyrie was able to go off. Nah, Kyrie decided to go off. He could have went off in the previous 2 series.
No, it's different because you're getting challenged. However you want to take it.
I think Kyrie is a different game plan. I think he was following a specific game plan that he chose how to play in the first 2 series, where he was waiting to see, getting other people involved, and taking over the game
Yes,
later on.
you're right. But this particular, I'm talking about this game 1, he got poked. Pause. In terms of like being called out, so to speak. And then as a competitor, you're going to step up to that challenge. Regardless, you know what I'm
He
saying?
even spoke to it at the end of the
You-
game.
you
He
don't
said
have to-
He did. No,
My
he
nigga, you
did
don't have to
speak
talk-
to
he
it.
spoke
He did
talk
speak
about
to it.
exactly to that. That's what he said he did. You
As
know?
a totality, talk about our team. Don't point me out, my nigga. You don't want none
I
of these
believe that
problems.
he was aggressive, more aggressive than he has been, but I don't believe that Kyrie knows the league. He's a veteran. I think he's playing up to what was said and what was being done, and he's playing into it.
But you don't-
But
And
I don't
but
think
he
I
knows.
don't think he felt, oh, Ant is going at me.
You don't
I
think
gotta show
the
something.
slightest motivation, anything. We talk about all the greats.
These guys
There's-
are competitors,
Yeah, no,
man.
they,
Once-
I think
Alright,
they
bro.
look into the shit like
When you
that.
call-
I
when
do
you-
think they look into shit like
You
that.
said my name.
where
When you
they'll
say
take
the
it.
slightest motivation, I agree. The slightest motivation. But I think it was more of a game plan situation.
You could be.
Nah,
you could be
these
right.
dudes are competitors. Like we spoke about earlier,
Yeah.
like Shaq lied for years just to keep a mental competitive edge
Exactly.
over David Robinson.
Exactly.
All right,
when
so,
he had the physical edge over him
Exactly.
for years.
So
in
and-
my
and
opinion,
And still
my
needed
opinion.
more. It wanted more.
So
Yeah.
Ant shut him down second half.
Who?
No, to your point, he got back
Kyrie
into-
had 24 in the
he
first
got
half.
back
What he
into
had
the
in
game
the
plan.
game.
He
So
went back
now
into
the
the game
second
plan.
half was a game plan.
That, but to you, I just said to you.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
I said to your point.
But hold on, though.
Why
like,
can't you? Why
at
can't
the-
you point
at the-
first?
At the same time,
I'm saying.
No, I'm asking. Why can't you
I'm
point
saying
first?
it was a relative. It was more of a game plan more than a response to Ant. That's what I'm saying.
No,
That's what
I don't think so.
If
Because you
it
don't go
was a
from
game- if
you
it was
don't
a
average.
response
You don't
to
go
Ant,
from
why didn't he do
averaging.
it the whole game?
But you don't average go from 7, then explode for 24 points in this just to prove a point. Because I could do that.
I
I'm
think
like
that-
that.
I think when he walked into the half with 25 on the scoreboard, he is like, okay, I
I
made
did what
my
I gotta
point.
do.
Right,
I
and
made
then you
my
go back
point.
into the game plan.
Okay.
Let this nigga eat. Because there's no way you say in front of Kyrie
And he gassed him too.
in the
He
fourth
did
quarter. He had
gas
no
him.
He
legs.
gassed
He
him.
gassed him.
Oh my
Bad.
gosh.
But
Bad.
as well as gassing him, Ant hasn't been here. He's 22 years old. He's relatively young.
This
And
is
this
his
is
first
his
time.
furthest time
His
into the
first time
playoffs.
around.
Okay,
this.
so what's
Are
your
you giving him a
point?
pass?
No, I
It's
just
tough. It's tough to say a pass.
No,
I'm not giving
it's
him
not
a
a
pass
pass.
as an excuse.
It's not a
But,
pass.
I'm
it's
giving
just a
him-
reason.
It's like, I don't know. He just hasn't been here. I'm giving him as an open run. It's an open run. You don't know.
it's not open run.
It's not open run, but he hasn't been
Last
here.
year was open run.
This is his first time. So for us to expect anything more,
This is his first time. What? He was in the playoffs last
Western
year.
Conference
he
Finals.
wasn't in the Western Conference last year.
No, he was in the playoffs last year.
But he wasn't in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
he wasn't,
you're right.
he
You
wasn't in
in
the
the-
semifinals.
you in the
He
big
wasn't
games
even in
now.
the first round,
Do
bro.
we hold that first loss in Cleveland with LeBron James in the finals against the Spurs against him?
Yes,
You damn right we do.
we do.
And we're gonna do the same here for this man. Ant-Man, step up or shut up.
That's
I
fair.
feel you. I feel you. I absolutely feel you. But if you were against a better team, it's
Just be aggressive.
not nothing you could do, bro. There's nothing the Wolves can do.
I thought Denver was a better team. What are we talking about here?
Than Minnesota?
In my opinion, they beat the best team in the playoffs.
Before that, I think I want to just highlight the fact that I had chose the Wolves, the Pacers, and Usyk to win. So I'm 3 for 3. Just wanted
Nigga,
to throw it
what-
out
what
there.
they gotta
I'm
do-
just
what
throwing it
they
out
gotta
there.
be- what
I'm just
per
throwing it out there.
conversation?
Just throwing it out there.
What's up with
That's
this
all.
nigga?
Just throwing it out there.
What's up with this nigga?
Just throwing it out there. Y'all had a narrative that I was making bad takes,
Worst
but
take.
I'm 3 for 3.
No,
I'm
you-
just saying. I'm
Since
just
you
saying.
wasted bad takes, you didn't do your push-ups like you was told to.
Facts.
I wasn't gonna do.
You
no
never
push-ups.
did your push-ups.
But you were supposed to.
There was
But
no
you
agreement on the
didn't
push-ups. There was no
respond.
agreement on the push-ups.
You respond.
guy.
There was
Listen,
no agreement on push-ups.
Liz-
DJ,
Liz
you
just
got
said
push-ups
you
too.
I don't have any push-ups.
Nigga, Nick's laws. You got
Wait.
push-ups too.
DJ.
I never
The Knicks
bet
is
push-ups.
out.
First of all,
Hold on. We not
You-
going.
Knicks-
we not
Knicks
going to
first
talk
of
about it.
all-
How we bring the Knicks up into
Nah.
this?
first of all, you had the last 4 pods. What we gonna talk about the teams that's in the playoffs?
That's
We
what
talking
it was,
everything
though,
Knicks,
wasn't it?
Lakers, and in between.
Yeah, I know, but
That's
yeah,
somebody
said Knicks and Lakers in between.
Because we're not in the fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
There's no reason to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, but we were lasting a little longer than y'all niggas, right?
Where you at now?
It don't matter. We probably
We
can't go
just say we
somewhere.
both in Cancun.
Yeah, but y'all
We
y'all
both
back
in
home
Cancun.
from vacation. Y'all back in the gym.
Y'all just going to vacation?
LeBron is front row at the Cavs game, playoff games and all that. Or
And
he
we,
was.
and we know what that is about.
You know what I mean?
So we know what that's about.
What's it about?
Just putting it, putting the little sprinkles out there.
Anyway, we gotta get back on topic. How's
Yeah.
Luka's all-around performance so far in these finals? Is
What you
he
think?
back?
You see his money. You see the money he's about to
Yeah,
get.
don't worry about the
Yo,
money. We talking
yo,
about the
when they need
play.
him, he's there, right?
That's That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. That's what I mean.
When,
He's
you,
always
when
there.
you need him, he's there. Like he's not having an all-around dominant game as we come to expect from him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But when he's closing out.
Wait, when we say that though, like,
Closing
this
out,
man
too.
has been he's had the most triple doubles in the playoffs this season.
Word.
Like I think that's something to be said.
Is that,
Like
is that
he's what Jokic would be if he was
I know
smaller.
now, but is the triple double watered down
no,
at this point?
nope.
Are we seeing it too much? Are we
Nope.
getting like a
No,
burnout of triple
no,
doubles?
it's not
No,
because
Where's
I
that
don't
is-
think so.
I'm
These are
not
great
going to water
players.
down the triple
No, I'm
double
asking.
because Westbrook got it for
I'm
2
just-
seasons
I'm just
straight,
asking
bro.
a question.
No, I would say no.
It's like an
No.
everyday thing now.
No,
but
it's not.
it's not every player
It's
getting
not.
it.
Yeah.
Not every player.
Our elite players are getting them, yes,
Mhm.
but it's not an every player thing. And you know which ones
Nah.
are stat stuffers and which ones are like
triple
legit.
double up there.
But
bro.
are you
That's
affecting the
respect,
game,
man.
right?
No.
Are you like, oh my gosh,
Yes.
that's amazing? You're not
Yes.
doing that anymore.
Yes.
When it
Well,
initially happened,
Are we a little numb to it? Maybe. If it goes away for a while and then we start seeing it again, then maybe we get more excited. But I mean, Oscar Robertson did it for a while, so I'm sure those crowds watching was
of
kind of
course.
like where we are now.
Yeah. But now we have multiple players doing it.
Right.
To where is it? That's all I'm asking. Is it watered down? Is it triple double a thing now?
I don't think so. I think
anymore.
it's a thing when you're getting the triple double and your team's winning.
Okay.
I mean, we're all smart basketball fans. Russell Westbrook getting criticized for his triple doubles on one hand was deserved. We could see the difference between Russell Westbrook's triple doubles and Jokic's triple doubles,
Yeah.
or LeBron triple double. We could see the difference. Like, we still should give Russell Westbrook credit for getting it, but the criticism that he received during getting those is a little bit warranted.
Mm-hmm.
You
We
think
could
so?
see the difference. Yeah. We clearly could see.
You couldn't see the difference?
I saw the difference, but like nobody else did it.
James Harden did it.
Nobody else did it.
Almost.
Almost did it.
Almost
He didn't
did.
do it though. I feel
Oh, you're
you.
talking about for the whole year.
Just in general, no other NBA player did it.
That's
that's-
why we could give him credit
But
for
that's what
doing
was
it.
amazing. Yeah.
But we have to, the same way we have these, there's this the box score, the regular box
Yeah.
score, and there's the advanced statistics.
Mhm.
That's the same way we gotta look at it mentally. We could see the advanced stats, but then we gotta look at it versus the impact that it's given on the court.
Word.
It's a different impact.
I
Jokic's
feel,
impact.
but
Even
you got
Harden's-
47 wins with that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, look
I
at
ain't
Golden
50.
State. Golden State broke a record. Best regular season team all time. Lost in the finals. What does that mean? Nothing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is like
You right? No,
I'm
you're
not
right.
trying to
I feel
downplay
you, but
what he's doing, but I feel like we see it too much. Where I feel like we get burned out.
Hmm.
Burned out.
really?
Like, that's all.
I don't think that we see it too much. Like
So
I don't think we
question.
see it that much.
All right.
We do. We see it a lot.
Luka's
more
on
than we did
a
before.
he has a trajectory
Yeah.
upwards right now, right?
Mhm.
Let's just assume, like we're not gonna say this is a fact, but let's assume he wins. Where does that change his position on all time?
No, nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
We
If
have
he
to
wins a
wait till
championship.
Yeah, if he wins a championship this year, is he the best Mavericks player ever?
No, not
Yeah.
yet.
No, nothing. So it does nothing.
No, I
So
don't think
He's the
so.
best Mavericks player.
Over Dirk?
He's better than Dirk. They say that he's better than Dirk now.
No, I don't think so.
So
He's
how
better than Dirk.
So let's just say top 20 players all time. What does he need to enter that?
That when I say he's better than Dirk, I don't mean yet he's had a better career. There's a difference. Is he a better player?
He's got more skill than Dirk.
If you're picking players, you're picking Luka before Dirk.
Just based off of skill.
Yeah.
Skill.
And now if he wins the championship and he has 5 All-NBA first teams, it's like, all right, like, what are we doing?
Is he the same as Dirk?
You can't say he's better because it's a different NBA as well, man.
But he's had more All-NBA teams than a lot
That's
of
all I'm saying. It's just a different NBA.
At this point, bro.
Can
Like,
you imagine Luka playing strictly small forward? He would be dominating still.
What I'm saying is Dirk is great in his own right. I don't think they're both equally great. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, I got a question.
That's
real
all I'm
quick.
saying.
What do y'all think is Luka's best position?
Small forward.
Small forward?
Whatever he wants to do, offensively.
Okay. I think about him as a shooting guard.
He can do whatever. To be honest with you, it really.
The
I don't really think
only
it
reason
matters.
I'm asking is because I think LeBron has taken the case as the best small forward of all time. But Luka, I think if he wins a couple of championships, he's in the conversation.
Yeah, but I don't
In the
think one does
conversation
it.
for what? For him and Larry Bird being the greatest white basketball players
He's
ever?
better than Larry.
You're not going to bring
Already?
LeBron into a conversation
He's
with
better
Luka,
than
are you?
Larry.
You think he's better than Larry already?
Luka?
With no MVPs, no
He's better than Larry.
no championships.
He's better than Larry.
Larry Legend?
He's better than Larry.
Luka's
By
better than
far.
Larry Legend?
By far.
That's a wild take.
By far.
Wild take.
That is
You
a
think
wild
so?
take.
Yo, why would I expect him to jump into Larry Bird? He didn't say nothing the whole time.
He been playing space the whole time. He heard that. He's like, that's a wild
Wait,
take.
you think so? Luka.
So you're talking about somebody who is the other half of keeping Jordan out of the finals for the majority of his
I don't know. Listen.
Let's go.
No. Yes, I am.
Tell me that bull mic.
If we're talking skill for skill, Luka's way better than Larry.
But if we're talking stats and what the man did, the man and Magic saved the NBA.
That's true.
That's true.
What did we talk?
And then
what
Isaiah
did we talk
Thomas
about
put the
before?
cherry on
Wait,
top.
but whoa, what did we talk about before? All right.
Isaiah Thomas put
No,
the cherry
not
on
even
top.
that. So would you take Magic and Larry or Jordan's era? Nigga.
Who would you take? Who?
Magic and Larry or Jordan's era?
Which era would you take
So
Yeah.
here's the thing.
that helped the NBA?
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
Magic and
I understood.
and
Magic and
Larry's
Larry brought
era.
it and they kept it alive. But think about
Do
Jordan.
you understand how bad Larry
I
Legend
understand.
was?
Think about Jordan's take on the league. I don't know if it'll be any different without
Larry
or
Legend
Magic.
walked into the 3-point contest and said, in the locker room and said, who's coming in second?
I feel you. I understand.
Drank a six-pack and won.
I understand.
That man is legend.
But I'm saying,
My nigga.
whose era was it? Magic and Birds?
Was more impactful to the NBA?
Yes.
Well, it
Magic
has to
was.
be Magic and Birds only because they saved the NBA.
They saved the NBA.
They
but my nigga,
allowed Mike to exist on television. Without them, Mike's not on
But you
television.
don't think Mike would be Mike regardless?
Mike took it to a
He
level
would,
where
but
Magic and Larry couldn't see.
we wouldn't have the TV deals. We wouldn't have had the opportunities to
And
even
the argument can be made
highlight
is
the NBA in the way we
if
did.
Magic didn't leave for that short bit of time because of HIV,
He could have been better than Jordan.
right?
For
Like,
that time period. Okay.
Through that time period, he came back and was in the finals, right?
Okay.
No.
Like, first year in the league, won a chip.
Yeah.
So what are we really talking about, right? You're talking about somebody who's in the game, right, at this level, right? He's at a high level, right? But that's like saying football, right? Let's say football. The guys who, we'll keep it basketball. The guys who watch Jordan, skill for skill, right, might be on the same level or better because they train looking at him, right?
Right,
But
that's why
these
Kobe was
guys-
better than Mike.
These guys are the guys that shut him down for years. And he even said it when Bird retired. He was like, good thing you're retiring because now I can win the championship. Fine. Even though he was joking.
Yo, when the Celtics and Pistons was beating Jordan, he was in his first, second, third, and fourth season. And his second season, he missed all of it. So all of this talk about them beating Jordan was when he was a young player, which happens to every young player in history, unless you come on a team with Magic, as you mentioned, and you have another top
When did
Hall
Bird
of Famer on your team.
when did Bird win the chip? His second year? or his.
Yeah, but
he won
look at his squad.
He won this. So Magic won first year. Bird won
I'm not
second
sure.
year.
I think it might have been Philly that won it the
in
second
'83.
year.
No.
That's what I'm saying. He won it his
79.
second year.
No, Magic didn't win it his initial.
Magic
and all
won it
the
his
seasons.
first year.
He won his first
And
year.
Bird
That's your
won-
laptop right
I think
there.
it's
Yeah,
thirty.
my fault.
Bird won the third year. Okay.
Whatever the case may be, both of them people came with their squads fully loaded. All right, so it's not like they carried or they was responsible solely for the championship. Jordan was the best player on his team with nobody left on his team that was like top 50 or whatever.
You talking about
case.
To be made for LeBron
It
against
can
all
be.
the LeBron haters who
It can be. But right now we're
so
talking about
when,
Jordan.
When they got
So
Pippen, what year did he win the first year with
Pippen,
Pippen?
they came in like 87, 88.
Yeah.
All right, so
But
he
rookie-
lost what 2 years with Pippen before
In
he won.
88, they took the Pistons to Game 7, and freaking Jordan had Pippen had a migraine. They didn't play the Game
That's
7.
right, and then that's
So,
when they won. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like all of them joints that Larry, Isaiah's talking about that they beat Jordan. You beat him as a young player with
It doesn't
nobody
matter.
on his team.
You still beat him?
All right, don't talk about it to me. Don't talk about that
Like,
Talk
I mean,
about
they beat
that.
him, though.
That's bullshit.
Regardless of they beat him.
It's a loss.
Yeah, like what do you want?
If we gonna
It
go
goes
to
on
the
record,
yeah,
but-
so-
LeBron,
so-
we gotta
right.
vote against
They
them.
came in the team with
Yeah.
Hall of Famers on their team.
Very rarely,
But we
I
voted
agree.
against LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron took
We don't hold
Larry
it against
Hughes
LeBron.
Yeah.
and 12 janitors.
He took us.
To
He took
the-
us to the finals, my
to
nigga,
the
in 07.
Spurs.
Yeah, and he
Hey,
get
guess
praises for that. Who holds that against
A
LeBron?
lot of LeBron haters.
Nobody holds
Yes,
that against
Ronnie,
LeBron.
yes.
Maybe not you.
Yes.
Who holds the fact that LeBron went to the finals
Everybody
against them?
4 and 6 in the finals, bro.
They don't hold that against
Yes, they
LeBron.
do.
When
They still-
when
now
they
they do.
individually mentioned that, they'd be like, "Oh, LeBron was young and he took him, and
Nah.
he had that shit against the
Nah.
Pistons." They
4 and
mentioned
6.
they mentioned the 25 points straight against the Pistons. Then they mentioned they don't even hold that against
Yes,
them.
they
Bro,
do.
you know
Like
how
that.
many times they have said Jordan got more rings than LeBron. Every time. And by that logic,
They say that because he fucked up during the 2011. They hold a 2011. When you have that against your resume, they're gonna hold the overall record. But the one finals that they say that LeBron did not perform in
The Dallas
was
finals.
that Dallas finals.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no other finals that he has that he did not
No,
perform in.
because
I'm not saying perform-wise,
They tried
but
to
he
say
lost.
the same thing about when
They
Ray
said his
Allen
record.
saved them in Miami. I've heard that argument.
Skip
Ray Allen saved them.
says that.
Yep, it's what
Skip-
they say.
Skip's
But Ray,
irrelevant nowadays.
but Ray
so
Allen is part
he-
of the team, bro. Like that's
Yeah,
a team
like-
thing. Like that's
I
what
agree
I'm.
with y'all.
I'm not arguing, but I'm just saying like that's what he's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
we're
LeBron
trying to
scored
win.
like 11 in that
Yeah.
fourth quarter. They're like,
You know what I
That's
mean? Like-
people-
And then if you lose, you lose.
That's it.
Just like
That's it.
Mike lost to
That's it.
Isaiah, he lost to Isaiah.
So
It
speaking of
is what
young
it
players,
is.
what do the Wolves have to do to
My
get back
bad.
in this? No, you're good.
I told
Get
you
back in
I
this
was gonna
game.
come back around.
You tried to cut his mic off last time.
What do the Wolves? What do Ant-Man and the Wolves got to do to like be competitive from the rest of the series? For the rest of the series,
Not what they're doing tonight because they're
What's the
down
score?
10 right now.
What's the score?
42-52. Dallas.
And one quarter.
second quarter.
Second
bro.
quarter.
All right, they still got time. Just continue
they
to be
got
competitive.
time, but-
Don't quit. Don't mentally quit. Don't physically quit. Play it until it's over.
Be like the pace, like not be like the Pacers, but just keep playing. Like
Just
just
keep playing.
be in the game.
Yes.
We're not
within
talking
the
about
game.
the sorry
That's
ass
it.
Paces right
Yes,
now, man. We're talking about
No,
he's
but
made
it's
it
essentially
Timberwolves.
that. But that's
You
what I'm
have to
saying.
do
Like
what
you
the
just gotta
Pacers
be
did
in.
to the Knicks. You have to be.
You remember that, right? What the Pacers
I don't
was
remember
doing to
none of
the
that, what y'all
Knicks?
talking
Like
about.
they was
I
in
remember
every
just-
game.
They were in
I
every
remember
game.
injuries
Even the games
happened.
where it was close and they lost.
Injuries happen.
They
Ooh,
were ready
Tyrese
for
just
the
got
next game.
injured, but the Pacers
came
was in
back.
the game last
For
time.
sure. For sure.
Anyway, so I think the Timberwolves are done.
You
Only
think
because they
they're
only have
done?
one playmaker, and Ant-Man. They don't really have anyone
about
that
Cat?
can kind of like.
Nothing
He's
from Cat?
too inconsistent. He's
Mm.
solid, but he's too inconsistent. His game, you know what I mean? And they're the bigger team, but they're not taking advantage of the bigs. They're bigs.
They don't play big.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
They don't play big at
That's
all.
what I'm saying.
That's not Cat's game.
That's exactly.
It used to be.
He's too cute now. You know what I'm saying?
So what adjustments? Let's just say they do lose
Yep.
the series, right?
Mhm.
And now they're in the off season. You're the GM. You're looking at this team. We got to make some adjustments. What's the glaring thing that you have to do?
I think
Are you going to add a shooter next to Ant-Man? Is that what we do? We go and try to get Klay Thompson, or what do we do?
I think you probably need a younger point guard. for starters,
Mm.
and then probably a shooter.
Okay.
I think I'd go another year with Rudy and Kat to see what they do. But I think you definitely need a point guard, like a traditional point guard. You don't need a scoring point. I mean, maybe that could hit open shots, but like just a distributor.
It's like a Chris Paul type of.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, maybe not that old, but
I think they
something
got
like that.
everything they need.
yeah.
I think Ant just needs to get better. Like he's had.
How?
If you watch it,
I'm saying
like,
what ways?
in the fourth quarter, these last couple of games, like not even the fourth quarter. Every time there's a big possession, end of the half, end of the quarter, end of the game, this nigga makes a turnover. Like in the fourth quarter, I'm giving him a little bit of a pass because I think he's fatigued and that's catching up with him mentally. But it's like he's having trouble reading the defenses and knowing what to do.
Is that excusable in the
It is
Western Conference Finals?
To me, it is because
Okay.
it's 22.
First one. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm just asking.
All right, that's fair.
And we've seen a lot of great players go
That's
against it.
fair. That's fair.
2011
I'm just asking a
LeBron.
question.
Yeah, that's fair.
2011 LeBron, that's what happened to him. He was
But
looking
I
at
tell
the
you what
defense.
though, what was the last game they had 3 seconds on the clock. You know the ball's going to end, man. Shoot that fucking ball, man. Don't do that outlet pass.
But that's what I'm talking about as a young player.
Yeah, you got to
the
shoot
decision to be able to make the right play,
the
which they
moments.
technically mean passing to the open player
Mhm.
versus you, the best player, forcing it.
Yeah.
You're still finding that.
Yeah.
So
Because
as
it was only down 1 point. 3 seconds, dribble, shot, right? He cut in. Instead of pulling up, because he had 2 people on him, he passed. Most people would say that was the good basketball play, but we know.
Yeah.
The team lives and dies with you. So take the shot. Take the shot.
In his defense, though, I will say to Ronnie's point, he's only 22. Like I feel like me personally, this shit is just new to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just new to him, and he's downloading it now. He's not going to be able to adjust during these playoffs, in my opinion. I think it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
But I think going forward, I think Ant, he's taking this shit and like he's gonna take it on the chin. Like I got my ass beat. There's nothing I could do.
But
I just got to get back.
They got
and play
such a
better.
good chance to win the
That's
trip
it.
because taking out Denver,
I understand, but bro,
he did like 2 other teams a favor.
But
doing
that might be their
But-
championship.
I understood that might be their
Their
championship
coach?
because it's all about matchups.
Yeah.
Regardless of what it is, it's all about matchups.
What's his name? The coach is Finch,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minnesota's coach. He talked about it when he was speaking after that. I think was it game 1 or game 2? One of those he was talking about. He was talking about the immaturity of the team. That as
That's a fact.
he hasn't seen this immaturity in a long time. If you really parse his words, he's probably talking about Ant-Man. Ant-Man got a lot of praise during these last couple of days because of his defense, his offense,
Yeah.
the Minnesota winning, him being 22, Kobe, Jordan. It might have gotten to his head.
Mm.
I think it got to his head, not in the fact that maybe he took a lesser approach, but he wasn't
He was feeling himself.
expecting that this is going to be even tougher.
Got you.
You know what I'm
He's-
saying?
Yeah,
But
I
is it
think
tough
he
face to
wasn't.
the
He just
toughest
didn't
should
know.
be.
It, yeah,
But
I didn't
is
think
it-
he expected the level of difficulty.
But
for
is it
this shit.
tougher?
They
Yes.
say every level.
No, I'm saying because
every-
you beat
Yes.
arguably the best team in the NBA. I'm just saying.
No, it's tougher because
I'm just
you're in the
asking.
Western Conference
Yeah.
Finals.
Understandable, but in terms of like the team that you're playing against, is it tougher than what you previously came out of?
No, because you matched up well with the Nuggets,
It
so
might
it's
be.
easier.
Okay.
I feel like you match up better with the Nuggets than you do with the Mavs. So
Yeah.
that's why I think
Okay.
you beat the Nuggets,
Yep.
but like
The
this
Mavs
is
got in
not a
trouble.
good matchup for you
But
at
I think
all.
I feel like Gil or somebody said it where the Mavs are the smaller team, but they're getting all the paint points, and the Wolves are the bigger team, and they're shooting outside, either 3-pointers or jump shots. It's like
Mhm.
That's coaching.
there's
That's coaching.
there's a huge discrepancy. It's like I don't understand. I don't know if it's all on in. I just think as a totality, it's the Timberwolves.
So
maybe
the
being
series
immature,
isn't
being
over.
young. I
There's
think
still
it's
a lot
over.
of basketball to be played.
So who do you have?
Well, if I have to make a new decision now because I didn't expect them to be here, I told you guys I think the Mavs were good enough to beat any team left in the playoffs. I said that last week. I'm gonna stand on that, but this series ain't over. Yeah, I don't see a sweep.
Really?
Do you have a number of games?
If
6.
I would say that for the Mavs, I mean for the Wolves to feel good about coming out of this series because you can't really feel good. But if you want to feel like you gave it everything that you have, and it was a fighting task
Yeah.
for you. Win at least one game. Get a game.
Damn. So you think it's over in 5?
I think it's over in 5. Yeah. Because Game 5 is in Dallas.
No, it's in Minnesota.
Minnesota. What are
Yeah.
they playing?
No,
2-2?
Game 5 is in Dallas.
Yeah, it's in Dallas.
Game 5. I'm thinking it's
Oh,
over. I
no.
think it's a sweep.
Game 5 is in Minnesota. If
Yeah.
there's a Game 5, it's in
Okay, because
Minnesota.
Minnesota had
Minnesota,
home court
Minnesota,
advantage.
Dallas, Dallas, Minnesota.
So,
yeah.
damn, it could be a sweep.
Yeah,
It
it could
might
be a sweep. Very if they win tonight, it's a sweep, in my opinion.
This is game 3.
3.
Yeah.
Yup. Okay.
And
So-
they're already up 2.
2-0.
And Mike Conley just left.
Yeah,
He
they
went back to
can't.
the locker room.
Yo, the
right now?
Wolves.
Yeah.
The Wolves have to do everything to not get swept. That's all I'm gonna say.
What is that? What do you think?
Just play as hard as you can. Play the big man game. Try and switch it up. It's a game. It's a chess game, right? So it's a game of adjustment. Playing Cat like he's Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh ain't working, right? You want to get him under the rim. You want to play below the rim, right?
Mhm.
Play that game. See how far it gets you. Make the adjustment.
Yeah.
You already know that the chances of you winning the series are far off. So continue to try and see what kind of schemes you could throw out there, because all this stuff you can go home with it and be ready next year, right? So it's all out now. It's like you got nothing to lose. So make some adjustments, some educated adjustments where they're seeing something different on the court, where it's going to become more challenging for Dallas to just sweep you.
I don't think they do anything different because especially if Mike Conley is down now, now you really only have one game playmaker on the team, Ant-Man. Everyone else can't really get off their own shot.
Yeah.
So now is he really a distributor? He's not. That's not his game yet. To your point, Ronnie.
And
In terms of being young and getting other players involved,
he
he's
has
not
to
that
get
yet.
better.
Yeah.
I
But
mean-
I just don't know if he's, especially again, if Conley's out for the rest of the series, I don't know if he can help. If he's going to be enough to get him a game. at
So
least.
what do we
I don't know
say?
if he's good enough to get him a
Low
game.
key, I don't think Minnesota's Chris Finch. That's his name, Chris, right?
Mhm.
Finch. I don't think he's happy with the assistant coach. Because to me, the
Mhm.
way I would look at it, some of the words that he's saying out of the press conference, he's not happy with how they're performing. He's also not happy with the team. But at the same time, he has to. He can't play, the fence. Like, he's not coaching. Unfortunately, he's hurt, so he can't be on a sideline. So he has to let certain shit play out.
That's probably through his frustration too.
Yeah,
that he's
I
kinda
don't think he
speaking
would have left Karl Anthony Towns on the bench
Yeah.
during game 2. The whole
It seemed like
the whole
second
fourth
half.
quarter.
Like
The
it
whole
seemed
second
there.
half.
Yeah, it seemed like
yeah,
that.
and there was a couple of other decisions that he was lamenting during the post conference or the press conference.
Would y'all have kept Rudy on for that final play?
I wouldn't have.
You wouldn't keep the defensive player of the year
No,
on the court. Okay.
no, I wouldn't have kept a center. And if I would have, I wouldn't have been switching.
What if
Play
it
him
was
on-
Wemby? Would you put Wemby on him?
Absolutely. Wouldn't be out there, baby.
Wemby would have got
Wemby
his
would've
ass
stopped him?
busted.
Wemby
Oh
would've
my
stopped him?
god!
Nah, he would have been closer to motherfucker being on skates like Rudy was.
It really wasn't on
Tap
skates. I'm not
dancing?
gonna lie. He was on
First of
skates.
all-
Like, come
He
on,
was
bro.
on skates, and
First of
Jamal
all,
Crawford
Shout
called
out
it.
to
He called it before.
Jamal Crawford.
He
'cause
called it the whole
That was
play
the dopest
through,
thing
bro.
I've ever seen.
That
Right.
was fire. That's fire.
Called
This
it to
nigga called
the
it
With
leg
the
hop.
hop, with the
bounce.
hop, with everything, bro.
Crazy, right?
I mean, but speaking of we got to talk about this series. Celtics Pacers. Celtics up 3-0.
Yeah, that shit over, man.
So what are we saying? So what
we
is
we
this?
seen what the fake ass Jordan Poole
This
tried
a
to
Dallas
do.
Yeah.
versus Boston finals? Is that what it is?
Right
I
now,
think
it's
so.
a tag team match.
Well, all right. So
It's a tag team match.
Kyrie gets a ring.
Yep.
Well,
Where does that put him on the all-time list?
It puts him pretty high because there's a narrative behind that. With
Is
him
he
stepping
better
on
than
the
Isaiah
fucking Boston.
Thomas?
Yes.
With him, what?
What?
Is he better than Steph Curry?
He's better than Isaiah. Yes.
So is he the best point guard ever?
He's not the best point guard, but I would give him better than Isaiah Thomas.
Who's
Yes.
the best point guard ever?
What are we talking? Like the best point guard?
All time.
That's
Like the ideal of the best point guard.
All time best point guard.
Point guard.
it's only
PG.
That
I mean,
discussion
it's
doesn't
the-
change. That's Magic and
Magic,
Steph
yeah.
off to the side.
Magic and Steph.
Off to the side.
Point
So
guard.
Kyrie only has a chance of becoming number 3, unless he is
I don't
already.
think he's in a conversation.
He's
You don't think he's top 5?
Kyrie's in
Of
the
point
most
guards?
No,
If
no,
he wins a ring. If he
no.
wins the second ring.
Kyrie's
No.
in the most skill. He's in the conversation for the most skilled
Damn.
ever. But in terms of point guards, he's not there.
So who's the
Chris
third
Paul's
best?
above him.
Chris Paul's above.
He's above,
Kyrie?
it's above Kyrie.
It's
It's not
Kyrie is
disrespecting
not looked
Kyrie,
upon as a
but
point
the
guard.
idea of point guard, Chris Paul accentuates that to the T.
Hold on now. So you're saying that Kyrie's not a point guard because
Because he changed
I'm
because
not
he
saying
has
he's
a
not
really
a point
good
guard. He's not a
offense.
top 5. He's not top 5.
So-
point
We
guard.
didn't say Kyrie's not a point guard, or at least I didn't say that. What I'm saying is when you're listening to top
Okay.
point guards, there's responsibilities of a point guard. Kyrie,
The leader of the team, the distributor of the ball,
right. So
the offensive general.
The Jason Kidd, Steve Nash,
It's a
Chris
layer-
Paul, Derek. Like,
it's a
Right.
layered conversation. 'Cause
Ron-
now
So
if you
we're-
want to
so
say
we're
who's the
saying
best,
Magic's number 1, and for whatever reason, you guys are saying Steph is number 2. And
Is Steph a point guard?
he's not a shooting guard.
I'm just asking the question.
He's a point
I
guard
mean,
of
you
this
said
era.
it.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
asking
no,
the
no,
question.
no. He's a point guard
'Cause
of this
I give you
era. He's a point guard
criteria.
of
Okay,
this
yeah,
era.
but to your
I give-
metrics.
I
No,
give
I'm saying
you
to your
criteria.
metrics. I'm saying
He's a point guard of
assist,
this era.
He's not an assist.
I
he
He's a
averages
high-
like 6 assists.
That's not.
All right,
Is that
my
good?
bad, my bad.
That's not good enough right now. I'm
No,
just saying.
sure.
Is he a point guard?
but of this era, what would you classify Steph as?
I'm just asking the question. He's
when
a
you,
combo.
when
They're
you
combo.
pick Steph, you
Now
start
they're
him at
combo
any game.
guards.
It's Steph, point guard.
Of course,
That's
because they
it.
have to put him. They have to put him as a placement.
So it's Magic and
Opposition
Steph.
placement.
There's nobody above.
I'm just
them.
saying, I don't know if-
So
It's easy.
So you're saying that Steph is the second best point guard
Who's better than Steph?
of all
I
time?
don't think
Who's-
Steph is a point guard.
Exactly, but I mean,
I understand.
He's
I
like
understand.
a combo
I know.
to me.
so
But
he's,
no,
AI.
he's like a
who's
shooting
better?
point, right?
No,
Right?
no,
Am I wrong?
He's a
who-
shooting point.
Who's the better? No. Who's better though? Like if you have Magic and Steph, like who would you put on that
Ronnie,
list?
who's better than?
Like
Oh,
who you gonna
what
pick?
y'all talking about,
Who
man?
are you gonna
Magic,
pick over Steph?
You
number
just make the
one,
description. You just-
Steph is number 2 point guard. Y'all telling me he ain't a point
No,
guard.
I'm asking a question. Is he a point guard?
No, who are you
He's
gonna pick
number
over
2
Steph,
point
my
guard.
nigga? Who are you gonna pick over Steph?
I'm just asking a question because this new age point guard isn't traditionally a point guard anymore.
Steph.
That's what I'm
Steph.
saying.
I get what you.
Steph.
I
Steph
get
is
what
not a
you.
traditional point
Let's have a
guard.
real conversation. I get what you're saying.
That's all.
As if Steph is not a traditional point guard, right?
This
Right.
era.
But the other guys, right, that you would put at point guard that play kind of the shooting guard role, like a Damian Lillard, Russell
Yes.
Westbrook, all of that, I put Steph above all of them.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. For this new point
Right.
guard.
So
There's new era
for,
point
for the
guard.
new type
Okay,
of point
okay,
guard,
okay,
shooting
right.
first
okay,
point guard,
okay.
I put Steph above all of them.
Okay.
And I think he's skilled enough that if you played in the old era, his passing, he has a passing gift.
Sometimes.
His gift. for
What's his
passing-
turnovers as well per game?
Yeah,
no, I'm
he's
saying he does,
All
He
point
got
guards
dimes,
turn the
bro.
ball over
He got
high.
it got dimes,
4 a
bro.
game.
but not for 6. I mean, great, he's going to score a lot of points.
All
but,
point guards 4 a game.
All
I
right,
give
so,
you up to
but
4
then-
a game.
but
as
then
a
hold
he has
point
on.
guard.
6, so
So
6
here's-
6 assists to 4 turnovers.
so,
is not really good.
so hold on then. So let's switch
Right.
the roles.
But them 30 points?
Right.
Make up for
I know,
that.
I'm saying,
Right.
60 points.
So then
I'm
let's
saying.
switch the roles then.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
some-
switch the roles and let's have the same conversation.
Yeah.
Steph is in Cleveland. Kyrie's on Golden State. Is it the
Cleveland
same-
was a championship.
Is
Cleveland was a championship.
Hey yo, LeBron is going down as the GOAT. Because he has Steph on his side. If that's the case, LeBron got about like 8 championships because Steph ain't leaving. He was born in Ohio.
Yeah.
You got
That nigga
Steph
ain't leaving.
and LeBron on the same team?
no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nigga.
But LeBron is the number 1. Steph is playing Kyrie's
That's
role.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
Steph,
fine.
LeBron and Steph is winning.
Multiple.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're winning more than one.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that. Steph and LeBron winning more than one.
And,
I'm
I don't
confident
even know how
in
we
that.
got into this
and
on this
Steph,
topic.
Steph might be Finals MVP. He might
Stop
catch it. He
it.
might-
He might
Stop it.
take that shit.
It
What
would
are they
definitely go
talking
to
about?
Andre Iguodala on the Cleveland Cavs.
So
Steph might win.
He's
MVP.
from
Fuck
Cleveland, bro.
that.
He's from Cleveland. The shit is in there.
Do you
He's
know
from
they were
Cleveland.
born, I
They-
think, on the same
Same-
day
They
in the
were
same
born on the
hospital?
same,
yeah.
Same day?
hospital, same every like.
Yeah, same
my nigga.
hospital, everything.
Yeah.
but y'all really just going to neglect this Celtics Pacers series? I mean, y'all just.
Ain't
I
nobody
mean,
worried about
yeah,
that.
yeah. dog.
We all know the end game.
So let me just ask you this
nigga.
question: whose team is it? Is it
Oh,
Tatum's
no,
or
that's-
Brown's team?
It's Tatum's.
When
It's
Tatum's not
easy.
in,
It's Tatum.
It's
when
not easy.
Tatum's not in the room,
It's
it's
not.
Brown.
It's
It's not
not
easy.
Yes, it is easy.
It's not easy.
How is it not easy?
It's not easy.
What do you mean? Jaylen Brown's the leader of the Celtics?
Some may argue.
Who? Who's gonna argue?
People argue this. They
My
don't
nigga,
feel like Tatum
Jaylen
is
Brown is
Tatum's
not
team.
the leader of the Celtics.
I'm
It's-
just asking a question.
I understand you.
Okay, so then question again.
Ask me. Ask me.
We in the finals. It's
Mhm.
Dallas and Boston.
2-on-2.
Final shot. Brown takes it. Makes it. Chip. Whose team is it?
Brown made the shot.
Jason
We're all
Tatum.
gonna know it's Jason Tatum's team.
You think it's Jason Tatum's team?
Yeah, he likes him.
Not even that, but like Are you gonna believe it's Jaylen Brown's team?
I think Jaylen Brown is going to start saying, "Yo, look, this is my team."
That's
Because
fine. He could
how
say
many
that.
times have they been? Was it 5?
My fault.
No, because we were thinking the same
Compounding
thing.
onto your question.
Yeah,
That same scenario happened. Jaylen Brown, you said Jaylen Brown hits the shot.
Word.
He just did.
Blah, 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 blah. Off-season happening. Right. Jason Tatum's contract is up. You giving him his full backs?
yeah.
All right, then it's his team.
Well, he has to.
But you mean full
but
backs
that-
is going to be more
no,
than
that-
Jaylen
but
Brown.
that's
He
only
made
because of
first team.
salary cap, though.
He also
Alright,
made
but his-
first team.
He made first team. You have to, right?
Yeah.
It's
For
that has
contract.
nothing to do with
I'm
whose
not
team it
asking
is.
It's not
reason.
no disrespect to Jalen, I feel
Yeah.
like, but it's
I'm telling
it's
you right
clear.
now that Jalen and Tatum are playing for
Well, let me-
whose team it is this playoff.
Dude, it's
Let me
not,
ask you,
bro.
what has
Fuck
Tatum done
they ain't.
memorable? What has Tatum
Regardless
done
of-
memorable?
What is
Who?
Tatum?
What has he done memorable?
What has Jalen done memorable?
JT. Jason Tatum. Jason
Last
just hit a
night's
big, big 3.
Okay, cool.
What I'm saying, what has Tatum done?
My nigga. That is it. All right.
But that's my question, though.
I gotta
he
look
didn't
at
say
it. What do you
nothing.
mean?
All right.
Like, it's not even
after
close.
last night, they won the championship, right? Let's say they won the championship
Yeah.
after last night, after the game that they had. Bang, bang, bang. Jason Tatum contract is up. Are you giving him his full max?
You have to, because he made-
though.
All right,
NBA
so
first
if you
team.
give him his full max, he's getting paid more than Jaylen Brown.
That
That
don't
doesn't
mean
mean
nothing,
anything.
though.
His
It
team.
means a lot.
Hold
They
on.
just made his contract.
Just so
up.
we know, when they had the big 3 in Miami,
His contract
Chris
is up.
Bosh got paid more than Wade and LeBron. So that don't mean nothing.
Wait, did he really?
We're not playing that game.
No, did he really?
He
Did
did.
he really? No,
He
did he
did.
really?
He
I
really
can't believe
did.
that. I don't believe
He
that.
That's
really
a couple
did.
$100,000 that he got
Bruh.
paid.
It don't matter.
My
It's still
nigga.
more, but
It don't matter.
Yes or no?
We don't know the under the table
Listen,
deals.
Tom Brady
My nigga.
was not the highest player on the Patriots for
Facts.
years.
For years.
So we're not playing this game of whoever makes the most money is their team.
Correct.
That's crazy.
We're not gonna play that, but we know whose team it is, bro.
No. I hate the Boston Celtics
We don't know who's
I
team
to
is.
my
understand.
core.
But
If this team could disappear from reality and all I had to do was lose a pinky, you could cut this bitch off right now. That's how much I despise the Celtics.
Damn, bro.
nah, nigga.
I like
That's
my fingers,
crazy.
dog.
Pinky
That's
is useful,
crazy.
though, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I'll
you
lose
Not
need
it.
it for
really,
grip.
but I need it.
Now, Jaylen Brown, he's playing to prove that he's
I think
This
Jalen's
is
the
team.
alpha.
Jalen is a right hand bandit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Second week in a row, this nigga don't wear green. Talking all that shit. Go ahead.
Silence.
What you was saying?
It's Island.
Right
Nah, what you
hand
saying?
bandit.
It's Island.
We
Nah,
done
you
with
good.
that, bro.
Yo, you ready to die in the cross for MJ though?
You good.
You ready to die in the cross for MJ though?
Nah, I got I represent for my Lakers
You
every week.
finally.
Every week I represent for my Lakers. That's all I know.
Even though they're
That's a
down,
fact.
like not even in the playoffs, you rocking. I feel you. Loyal to the soil. I get it.
And they gotta tell the team surpasses us.
I mean,
Any team got more than 17 chips?
why y'all always living in the past?
Because it's
dog?
a fact. It's a fact.
why y'all
What have
living
the
in the
Knicks
past?
done for me lately?
We were just in the play.
We
Second round of the
got,
playoffs.
we got a chip. We got a chip in
What
the
would
last
the
5
Knicks done
years.
for me ever?
We got
We
a
were in the
fi-
first- Yo, I don't understand what the slander is about.
Ever.
We're turning things
Ever,
around. You know what I'm
ever?
saying y'all desperate
Ever,
just
ever?
like we are this offseason.
We not desperate.
Y'all desperate.
We not
Y'all
desperate.
looking good?
LeBron's desperate.
Y'all looking good?
We not desperate.
Y'all looking good?
Huh?
Y'all looking good?
The
This
Lakers,
offseason's
yo,
great.
listen, man.
You see this hat?
When
This
you a
shit
Lakers
fly,
fan,
my
you
nigga.
got
I'm
no
looking
reason to
great.
sweat.
Y'all looking great.
We good,
Since
man.
clearly we have to talk about the
We good.
Lakers.
We good.
We always looking good.
So,
We good.
so is JJ the next Pat Riley?
No, he's not.
Nah.
No.
Is he the next Pat?
No.
I could have sworn I said it before.
I've never heard this.
I don't
Yo,
think so.
review the
I don't,
tape.
Nah,
Go
I
back.
don't think so.
Go back.
Nah.
What'd
I've
you
said
say?
it.
What'd you say?
I've said that JJ has the aura of a Pat Riley.
Huh.
No, he
I
may have
said
the
it.
aura, but he not.
And I said that's what the Lakers are looking for. Now, is he that? Obviously, I don't know. We'll have
But
to play it
I
out.
think from all the players that transitioned to being coaches, he probably would have the best shot. Not saying that being on a coaching staff might help, but just being, you know what I mean? Like
But
having
you don't think the business side of things interferes? Like they have a pod together.
That would have to stop.
that's going to stop for sure.
What
But
do you mean
I
for
just
sure?
think-
It's LA. I
Yeah.
guarantee it doesn't stop.
Yeah, I was about to say it
What are
don't
you
stop.
talking
If
about? I don't know.
anything, it goes stronger. It goes
I don't know.
stronger.
I don't know
You
how
know
you
what
can.
I'm saying?
I don't know how you
You're
can
right,
balance
you're
it.
right, you're right,
I don't
you're
know how
right,
you can
you're
balance
right.
it. But I just think him being a nerd and just being on ESPN, you know what I mean? Like he's taking the Steve Kerr role without being actually a general manager of a team, or you know what I'm saying, or being in the front
What kind
office.
of
so to speak.
offensive schemes does he have? Like, what's he going to come in there with? That's the type of things I want to see. Like, is he going to bring like college old Duke plays in there, or is
We
he
don't
going to? You know, I want to see what kind of coach he is going to be offensively, defensively. I want to see where his mind is, right? We know
Do you
he's
have the talent?
we know he personally has a talent. He's played enough basketball on multiple levels to support his reason for being the coach.
Mhm.
All right.
But not all great players. Like he's not really a great
Transition,
player.
right?
Correct.
So we got to see.
Yeah.
We got to see what he does. It's just like when we saw Steve Nash just came out of nowhere. You know,
Trash.
he's what, 3-time MVP or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a chance that he could be a phenomenal coach,
Yeah.
right? And then it turns out maybe not so much. So same boat as JJ Redick. Like I really can't give a good take on him until we see more.
But I feel like Steve Nash didn't do anything basketball related prior to him getting the Nets job. I feel like he just had a player development role with the Warriors when KD was there. And him and KD developed a relationship. Then KD got to the Nets, and then he brought over Steve Nash. And obviously that didn't work well for him.
But you could see, well, I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
To me, Steve Nash didn't have the demeanor as a coach.
Straight to the door.
Huh?
You said Steve Nash did what?
Yeah. Steve Nash didn't have, to me, he didn't have the demeanor as a coach. JJ Redick, to me, has that.
Fiery.
Yeah, he has the demeanor as of a nigga that was gonna say what he needs to say. He's gonna direct you. He's gonna give his opinion. He's gonna, if you say something opposing his opinion, he's gonna stand firm on his opinion and try to figure out what's best. So now we have to figure out if he knows X's and O's. Like there's certain things that you look out for a coach, like out of
Timeouts.
plays, and then
Coach,
situation shits, like substitution patterns.
how do you know your players' spots?
Yeah.
Do you know their personalities? That all plays a role too.
But I think being a former player, but I'm sorry.
Your staff.
Yeah.
That's the last
That's the
thing
most
I was gonna
important.
say.
Yeah.
Your staff is the most
Who is
important.
his staff?
thing.
Do we know who
We don't-
is?
We don't
Well,
know.
we don't know
We
if
don't
he's
even know.
actually the finalist for the Lakers job.
Mm.
And he's also in talks with the Cavs as well. And then LeBron being on the front row of the Cavs game. So
He talked to the Cavs soon?
yeah,
Cavs might be
Yeah.
a better look for him. In
Is
terms
JJ
of,
signed to Clutch Sports also?
well, shit, he might be.
Eventually.
He did
He
was.
might
Yeah,
be.
crazy.
The
He might
Cavs
be.
might be a better look for him just because it's not LA. It's not
Yeah.
centralized. Like
Yeah.
you could fuck up with the Cavs.
But
Like,
if
you could be a
LeBron
coach.
happens to go, let's just say Bron goes back to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like
And then it's
that
different. Then
media travels to Cleveland for Bron. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
he goes.
I don't
to
see any
Cleveland,
reason him
Bronny
going to
goes-
Cleveland other than maybe his son shows up there.
Yeah. And retiring.
Nah,
You don't think he retires?
you don't retire in Cleveland.
I think he would.
He's back home.
Yeah, but
I think he would.
he's
he could
like
fit.
literally rooted his business, his second life in
That ain't
LA.
nothing though. He's a
I don't-
billionaire.
Hey, that's true.
I feel that.
But I understand what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You-
He
you
said
don't
his
wanna
whole-
uproot your
his
family.
kids are
Yeah.
all in school. His wife, she started a
Podcast.
a pod out there. Like there's a lot going on for them
Yeah, true.
and Cali for them to like just go back to Cleveland.
I mean,
We're
the nigga
going-
was in front.
Baby, we're going to Cleveland.
But that's home.
Steve, my nigga,
That's
he
home.
was in front row. He made sure he was in front
For
row.
sure.
Made sure the camera got him.
He's
in
a
there,
future
like,
billionaire.
I mean,
he should
like,
be. Yeah.
This is for a reason. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's
he's-
for a reason.
He trying to put his boy
LA,
in the right
you
position.
see, I'm coming back to Cleveland if you don't do this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Rob
looking
Pelinka.
at.
Okay, got you.
That's
Jimmy
all
Buss,
I'm
yeah,
looking
that's
at.
what it is. It's like putting
Gotcha.
pressure on them.
That's
Gotcha.
what it
Like
is.
to do the right moves.
Low key.
You know how he does.
Low key.
He does all these
Low key.
drastic things and being in the headlines to dominate the headlines.
He's the game's best point guard. Speaking of game,
Yeah, that's
point,
right. Both of y'all niggas had him at point guards.
He's not a point guard?
Nope.
Yeah, niggas is crazy. Anyway,
Anyways.
what'd you say, Steve?
I say he's the game's best point guard.
I agree.
Yeah, but go ahead. Next topic.
I mean, we about to close it out with game points. We just recently this week had the all NBA team selections.
Mm.
Do you guys like the positionless? First off, do you like the first year being positionless, where they're not talking about the point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center?
The way that it played out,
Yeah,
no.
got you.
I kind of like the idea of selecting the best person at your position.
Yeah,
That's
because
facts. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have the same responsibilities as
Exactly.
somebody else. So naming the top 5 players is kind of like now you're just counting somebody else's responsibilities. So I
Yeah.
didn't like the It was the all defensive team that was like the all centers
Yeah,
for the first.
all length. Yeah,
Yeah. So and then the second team was all guards.
Yeah,
yeah. Like you're discounting what somebody has to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I didn't.
Exactly.
I don't like how that positionless thing.
No.
is
So
going
you think they
thus far.
failed? You think they failed
Thus
with this?
far.
Okay.
And all 5 positions play out on the court at the same time, every single game,
Mhm.
right? So there's an integrity to every position, right? That's just gonna create a can of worms where you're gonna have rookies coming in that are 7'2" talking about they want to play power forward. I'm a power forward, I'm not a center, type of thing, right?
Oh, this shit is crazy.
Yeah. And so you got to be careful when you start giving accolades to, because these run into contracts, right? Then this now
they
creates can correlate and create a contract issue where somebody's not getting paid because they didn't make the first team, or you know what I'm saying?
Tyrese Maxey.
And so
He didn't make an all NBA team, so
Exactly.
therefore he doesn't get a bump in pay,
see what I'm saying?
and he
So-
played well.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that there's an integrity to every position on the court that
Mhm.
needs to be reciprocated when the yearly award comes out.
I just think also
Yeah.
them shorting to be recognized for any type of award, you have to play the minimum of 65 games. I don't know if that's going to be a helpful thing for the product for longevity, because you're going to have players playing hurt, and then they might hurt themselves for the long term. So therefore, like your superstar player might get hurt. Then now what? You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
don't.
superstar
You know
players
what?
get hurt.
At the end of the day, you're getting paid millions,
Yes.
and I don't want to sound like I don't care about humans or like people getting hurt or anything like
Yeah,
that. But
That's crazy.
you getting paid
Handsome.
millions.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Like life changing money.
Yeah.
Get your ass on the court.
But the thing is,
Stop
like,
playing with me.
I get that point, but then it's like a lot of organizations do their medical staff, like you sit out this amount of games, right?
Mhm.
But then they don't account for the fact that you miss games because you're hurt. Like that might hinder somebody's money.
But look at Halliburton.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that he took your advice and made it to the court
Mhm.
because he wanted to be sure that he qualified and got those 65 games.
Supermax.
But to me, he never, and to everybody, he never looked the same.
Exactly.
He got paid life changing money.
I understand why he did it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, should we want him to do that?
Yes.
I would want him to get back when you're right.
Yeah.
No, I agree. If it's something that's like going to change your career. If it's a career changing injury, then sit your ass down. But if you feel like you could play and this is life changing money on the board for you and your family, Ronnie, I already know you playing. And all of us here are playing.
But
So why we have this conversation about somebody else's career when if we were in the same position, we would
where
make
you
the
play.
same decision?
because these athletes, I'm not faulting him for making that decision. Obviously, if that money's on the line, all of us will make that decision.
Yeah.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is the fact that he had to make that decision.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's my problem.
So you saying should they say a minimum of 45 games?
I
Half
don't
a
think- I
season?
don't think- I don't
What's
think
half
it
a
should-
season?
I don't
41
think it
It
games?
should
can't
be
even be
a minimum.
45 because I feel like that'll just, for all the players that did it in the past, like
Did
you
Embiid-
gotta play.
You got to play.
Like you gotta play, bro. You
Did
gotta play.
Embiid win Rookie of the Year? Did
No.
he actually win that?
No, wasn't he
No.
out though? His
He was
visa-
out.
He was out. He was out. He was out.
Yeah,
he was
Yeah,
out.
it was
but
out.
he was clearly the best rookie.
Yeah.
He
Clearly
just
the
didn't
best
play
rookie.
enough games.
Clearly the
I
best
think-
MVP.
Basketball fans have enough mental aptitude to recognize, like, yo, he's the best rookie. He just got hurt.
You still got to play within the rules. So if somebody's
That's why
like,
I
yo,
don't like the rule of there
follow,
being
that's what I'm
65
saying.
games.
Should it be set back?
I think there's a clear distinct. I think basketball fans, obviously, there's going to be the casuals and the others that don't go either way.
Right.
But the true basketball fans, I think they could recognize either way, whether Embiid deserved it or he didn't, whether he was the best rookie or he wasn't. I think the core basketball fans will be able to recognize that.
But do you think it's just a business move for these organizations to save money? So if you have a top tier player on your team and he gets hurt,
Of course, that's what
you
the
save
collective
money on the back end.
That's what the collective bargaining agreement
Yeah,
is
that's
for.
what
What it is, yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
you
say-
would negotiate that.
Because you don't, let's just say for his Tyrese Maxey, the Sixers do not have to pay him $40 million extra
Yeah,
for his contract. They saved that $40 million.
because he didn't make an All NBA
Correct.
team.
He didn't make an All NBA team.
Yeah, but in Tyrese Halliburton's case, he rushed back to try to make that All NBA
Yes.
team. What if he injures himself?
But he did,
And he's
you.
now permanently damaged.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a double-edged sword. Is what I'm saying.
So it works bad for the player and the. And
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I like it. Is all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm on the
Okay.
same page.
Because we could push it back 20 games and the same situation happen.
I don't know. Any
No,
snubs?
that's a fact. No,
Any
that's a
snubs
fact.
come to mind for the three teams?
Mm-mm.
No.
For
You good?
defensive or all NBA?
Just all NBA.
I think all NBA. They pretty much had it.
Okay.
Who's on All NBA?
I got
First
you.
team, it's Luka, it's SGA, it's Jokic,
Tatum.
Luka, SGA,
Tatum.
Tatum, Giannis, and Jokic. His first team. Second team is
Well-
Brunson. Oh, my fault.
When we had mentioned our All NBA, I don't think anybody had Giannis.
No.
We
Was
did not
that
have-
our mistake?
No.
No. I think
I had LeBron.
he still had like 34 and 12, bro.
Yeah, I think we should have had him.
Yeah, we
I
probably
should-
made a mistake here. There. What about
Um,
second team?
Second team was Brunson,
Yep.
Ant-Man, Kawhi, KD, and AD. Second team.
AD, Laker.
Nigga,
So-
please.
And third team was Steph, Booker, Braun, Sabonis, and Rudy.
Rudy who?
Rudy. You? DPOI. Rudy.
How?
Rudy.
Make it make sense, Ronnie.
I probably would not have Rudy there. Who was the first two centers?
AD,
and
Jokic.
Jokic?
Yeah.
Yep. AD and
You
Jokic.
He's
definitely
not the third best.
AD and Jokic.
AD, Jokic, AD, and then
And B didn't make a list because
Because he
it's
was hurt.
75 games.
Sit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sabonis was the other one. I don't know if you count him as a center, but
Well, remember, it's positionless now, so.
but no, I'm
But-
just saying
No, that was
he's the
right.
other big.
You gotta
Like he's
put
the
Is
other
this
big.
Rudy Gobert was the third?
Who else?
13?
Rudy
I don't know,
Gobert.
I'm searching in my
Steph-
brain.
Nah.
Steph,
Third
Book,
team?
Bron,
Oh no, I'm searching for
Sabonis,
somebody
and
else.
Gobert.
Nigga, pull up Gobert stats, please. There's no, like, what?
My nigga.
How
Did
many
they just drop
centers
the
is
ball?
performing better than that?
Remember, it's positionless.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you telling me there's not another guard, another forward better than this nigga Rudy as a third team?
So you
as
had-
a top 15 nigga in the NBA?
True.
So you're telling me Rudy Gobert is a top 15 player?
No.
So, I mean, we didn't have Kyrie on there?
We didn't have
Kyrie-
Tyrese Maxey?
Kyrie averaging the same thing as Ant for the season.
Well, you know, they hate Kyrie, so they're not going to put Kyrie there.
So
But-
so to answer your question, then there's other people that could have went. If we're playing
Jaylen-
where we don't have to choose a center, we can choose anybody.
Yeah.
There is a better player.
Jaylen
there.
Brown can't go up there? I said, like, you know what I'm saying? Just anybody.
Oh,
Nah,
that's
you're
a,
right.
that's a snub.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a
That's
snub.
actually a really good point.
Kyrie
You know?
didn't make it.
Right. Like,
There's bunnies.
Rudy Gobert, my nigga.
Yeah.
They do it the most, dog. See, this is what I hate. Fighting words, dog. Speaking of fighting words, like a
Was
recap of
PG
that.
on there?
No. Well, he was hurt a lot of the season. PG.
Him, because they ended up playing really good first team.
Well,
You know, when they finally all got together.
sometimes.
Sometimes.
You know, they're inconsistent, the Clippers. They trash.
That's true.
Just
They're
saying.
like the West Coast Knicks.
the
Nova Knicks.
The disrespect, son.
Yo, he was going hard
The
for
disrespect.
like 4.
I mean, why can't I gloat? Why can't I brag a little bit?
You could.
My man averaged 14 and 12.
Who?
14 and 13. I'm sorry.
That's
14
good?
and 13.
Is that good?
Rudy.
Is that good?
For
That's
this
not
season.
top 15 in the league.
14
I want
points
that
and
on my
13
team, though.
rebounds.
Yeah,
14
me
points
too.
and 13 rebounds.
So you're saying
I
that's
want that
good?
one.
No, I'm telling you what
No, I'm
you
just saying,
asked me
but
the question.
you're saying it like multiple times as if
No,
you're
I'm
excited.
asking you to. I'm saying he scored 14
He was
points
just
and
answering the
13.
question, bro.
My nigga, that's it.
No, I'm
That's
just
all I was
asking.
doing, bro.
I'm just saying.
You asked me a question,
Yeah,
I
you
answered.
need some peanut butter?
But you're saying it like.
No, I didn't say it
don't
anyway.
think
I
it's-
just said what's on the screen.
Is that top 15 worthy? Is that,
I didn't say it was.
No,
top
I'm asking
15.
you
I'm
now.
not.
No.
No, hell no.
It's not.
14 and 13.
Like, what are we doing?
But I would like that on my team. 13 rebounds?
Anyway, bro.
13
What's that
rebounds,
doing right
bro.
now in game 3?
I
Nothing.
got you.
0.
What's the score?
So it's third quarter, 7 minutes
66, 76, 10-point game.
He's been 10 points all game. All game.
That's going to be a tight fourth quarter.
So, King of the Ring recap, Steven.
King of the Ring. King and Queen of the Ring.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So the WWE changed it now. So now the winners of the King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring will fight for the championship at SummerSlam from now on.
Okay.
So whoever wins fights the champion at SummerSlam.
For now.
So it's kind of like the winner of the Royal Rumble and the winner of the Elimination Chamber.
They get that title
They
shot.
get that title shot
Automatic qualifier?
at WrestleMania. Now the automatic qualifier now is this tournament, which the thing I like the most about the tournament is that it gets to showcase the newer talent because the tournament starts right after the WWE draft now, right? So during the draft, you get to pull people up from NXT, people you might not see as much on mainstream television.
Do you like that? Being a lifelong
Yeah,
fan?
because I like some of the new talent that they pulled up, and they're in the development. They're still under development, so they're learning, television, proper ring movements,
Etiquette,
all the things you need to learn to
Performance, all
really
of that.
perfect your craft before you get on television. So we're getting a much better product from WWE once it hits Raw or SmackDown.
Got you.
So yeah, we did the draft. A lot of the newer talent were in the draft along with a lot of the veterans and top wrestlers in the game. So it made it really interesting. So on the men's side, we had
Gunther.
my boy Gunther.
G Randy.
Whoa.
Sheesh.
This nigga been asleep all podcast.
So
He beat Randy.
Gunther is one of the
Come
best
closer,
wrestlers
Chase.
in the world.
Oh.
Come closer, Chase.
This nigga like snoozers, man.
Huh?
You like snoozers. Go ahead, continue.
Gunther's one of the best hard-hitting wrestlers in the world. He makes it look real, and he's deserving of the King of the Ring. And the thing that most people don't understand about the King of the Ring tournament that is dope, that the first few winners, not the last few winners, but the first few winners, Stone Cold, Triple H,
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
The Rock didn't. He never won.
No,
He never won. He never won.
Booker T.
Edge, Booker T. It was a one-way ticket to the world title,
Mhm.
right, to the main event.
Yep.
The only reason last year Xavier Woods didn't get that push is because he got injured. He got hurt, and I believe Zelina, they didn't know what to do with it. So Gunther is that guy.
Is he not William Regal?
No,
Hell
hell no.
I'm just asking the question.
Hell
He's a
no.
lot edgier.
I'm just
Nah,
asking.
William was fucking.
he's-
He was good.
He's kind of a strong style wrestler.
Yeah.
So you get the heavy hard hits from him. I don't know a white wrestler that wrestles him and doesn't walk away with their chest bleeding
Yeah.
after every single match.
That's facts.
Because am I right?
Who is
Yeah.
it? Who is this comparable now at this point?
Comparable?
Yeah.
For Gunther,
Vader?
Yeah, I'd say Vader is the
Ooh.
closest. Vader was just bigger. As hard
He's
as
actually-
Are you talking about his athleticism?
I was gonna ask.
and talking about style. Okay,
Style-wise,
I got you.
The only thing that he doesn't do
Josh.
is like
No, because when you made the Vader comparison,
you got to think about how they wrestle,
Yeah.
right? Vader does.
So you're talking about strong style then? It's just
Yeah, basically.
the hard hitting strong style
hard-hitting,
wrestler.
So that means other wrestlers don't want to wrestle with you, right?
I don't know if they don't. I think
They didn't want to wrestle with Vader.
because he's
yeah,
wrestled.
I know Vader. They
He's-
wasn't trying to fuck with him too much.
Gunther,
Yeah.
Gunther's wrestled every top.
Everybody.
But Gunther's a
upcoming
good
wrestler.
wrestler, though. Like
He's
I think
safe
you
in the
want to
ring.
wrestle with him. I
no
think you
one's
want to
been
wrestle with
injured
him.
wrestling with him.
I think you want to wrestle with him.
and you get in there with him and it looks like a fucking fight. Like you
Mhm.
watch
Yeah.
those wrestling matches and that's probably going to be one of the top 2 wrestling matches on the card. Anything that has Gunther in it. So he's a legit.
Yeah, that's facts.
He's
So he's a
legit
top tier wrestler
Oh,
at
he
this point.
Oh,
because
yeah.
he's the all-time intercontinental champion as far as days held,
Yeah.
right? So he's held
Does
the
that-
intercontinental title the longest.
Does that really mean anything?
No, but what it does mean is that he's wrestled the top talent for that title for the last almost 3 years.
Yeah.
and he makes it
And
look good.
And every
Gotcha.
match was like, I want to say like between a 4 or 5 star match because that's the storytelling behind all his
Yeah.
matches. He's very good on the mic. When he started wrestling, he's lost probably 100 pounds.
I noticed
He
that.
looks
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
he looks really good
Yep.
in the ring.
Pause.
He's a heel, but he's always gonna be
Is he like Rusev?
he's always gonna be like a top
Nah.
3 heel, not
He might be
Rusev,
better
Yeah.
than
but he's
Rusev.
gonna be a top
Way
3
better.
heel
Rusev.
on television
Better than
always.
Rusev.
Like he's never gonna not be it. He easily gets heat. Like
Got you.
it's
Ooh,
very
that-
easy for
when,
him.
when he turns face. That shit'll be.
I don't
If-
think he will.
I don't think he needs to
He doesn't need to, but if he does,
because the pop like he fought Sami Zayn in Canada. Did he fight Sami Zayn in Canada?
Nah,
I don't know where
I
he
don't think
fought
it's
Sami
Canada.
Zayn.
Well, we saw him at WrestleMania.
But he got so much heat just coming out and beating the hell out of
Yeah.
Sami Zayn. So like all that love that the faces are getting on television and all that star power that the faces have, it easily transitions right onto him.
Oh yeah.
As soon as he gets in a rivalry with him, it's like you love to hate him, but not in a way where it's like I'm turning the TV off. It's like
I want to see this nigga lose.
he's gonna
like,
slap your chest onto your back. You know, he's gonna power slam you through the ring.
Do all that extra
It's gonna be
shit.
a rough ass match. Like he fought Rey Mysterio's son, who wears a vest. And he was slapping him in the chest, and it still looked like it hurt.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how hard he hits. If you watch slow motion of him slapping people, it looks like he's distorting their body anatomy with just his hand slapping them in the chest. So it's intense. It's pretty intense.
If you watch the Gunther Ilya match, it was an empty arena match. One of the best matches I've ever seen.
COVID? Was it around COVID? Okay.
Outstanding.
Now, you brought up Rusev, right?
Yep.
Rusev is a world beater, but he came up in the wrong era. He came up in the Cena era.
Right.
If he would have came up in this era,
Mhm.
he'd be a problem. Because
Right.
he looks like a world beater.
Yeah.
Right? So I think with wrestling, as we see it now, you're going to see a lot more people who are viable threats for the world championship.
Do you
Right.
like this new generation of wrestling?
I do. And I'll tell you why. It's
Or do
because
y'all?
this generation is so far removed from one of our childhood favorites, which is the Attitude Era, right?
Yeah.
And they're not trying to be anything in the past.
Oh, that's
They're
facts.
just
Yeah.
they've come into their own, but they still pay homage to our childhood heroes and favorites.
Yeah.
While at the same time not trying to be anything other than themselves. They're slim, they're more athletic, they don't appear on TV as if they've been using steroids for 3, 4, 5 years, right?
Yep.
So there's the things like, can this guy really beat this guy's ass? Like you look at, a Cody Rhodes versus a Brock Lesnar, and you're like, no fucking way, right? Because one guy looks like a fucking animal, and the other guy looks like just a regular guy you see in Stop and Shop.
True.
But their talent and their skill
Makes
is
it believable.
getting over night after night after night because they're continuing to do things that we've never seen done when we were younger.
Oh,
That is now
my fault.
transitioning
I didn't know.
into liquid gold on TV right now. What we missing?
My fault.
What we missing? You gotta tell me. Ant-Man's acting
He just
nasty.
posterized somebody.
Ant-Man's acting nasty. And it's just tired. I told you the fourth quarter was going to be interesting.
So, do you like the fact you like the leadership of Triple H at this point? You guys
The
like it?
Paul
What he's
Levesque
done?
era is officially started as of this past WrestleMania, and we're going into. Well, I don't think we're really going to fill the Paul Levesque era until January of next year when we get the Netflix deal, and we're on Netflix now.
I think we've already felt it.
But like, I don't think
with the whole NXT and everything.
as good
you
as
don't
it's
think
been, because it's just been good.
Yeah.
I think we're just talking about, has it been consistently good? Yes. I think
How
that
long
we're,
has it been? Like,
It's
what's that time
it's
period?
well,
good,
since
bro.
Vince, because Vince is like completely
Since last,
removed.
February.
So we'll say like, well, no, Vince still had control
Well, even with
supposedly.
that though, I
So-
was kind of alluding to the fact of the NXT with Triple H. I know that was a golden era.
My thing is this, right?
Probably, well, to answer my question,
My fault.
probably around
Okay.
January. Probably
Let me get
around
my mic back.
January.
To answer this question.
Yeah, so like probably January
Oh, when?
is-
This year or last year?
this year.
I would say
Be-
last year.
Well, the reason I'm not
Yeah,
saying that is
I mean,
because
yeah,
the
minute.
rumors, and it was proven to be so, was that Vince, even though he was removed, he still had
Power
say
within the company.
and that,
okay.
and you can't say February last year because WrestleMania last year, when Cody was told at the last minute he couldn't get the title that he was already planned to win, that came from Vince.
Yeah.
So we know that Vince still had control last
Gotcha.
year. I would say when this scandal came out and it started getting boiling
What
water,
scandal?
yeah, you know what scandal. The Act Nasty scandal.
No, I think honestly, no. I think once they started, once the game came out and it was like, yeah, we're not having Vince
You
in the
got
game,
it, yeah.
we're not having
So
Brock
that's
in the
why I
game,
say,
we're
like,
not having all of these people in
January,
the game.
like right after the holidays, going into the Royal Rumble, it was like Vince ain't here. And then when
and we'll never see it
and
again.
then that's when The Rock started turning it up on the mic. And then you're like, what the fuck is going on right now? So like I said, this coming January when it's on Netflix and all, you can do and say and act however you want, I think we're going to really get to see what the Paul Levesque era kind of looks
Nice.
like.
Okay.
What do you
Okay.
think, Chase?
In my opinion, it's based on what the champions are doing, right? I think they have right now 2 lukewarm champions, right? Cody right now is not a good champion, only because of his challengers, right? The reason Roman was so incredible because he was beating everybody who was nasty for 3 years.
I think it went against Logan Paul.
Hold on now. Hold on, we gotta give you say what you got. Say what you want to say. Say what you got to say.
I have nothing to say.
You can't make that face.
I'm just sucking my teeth.
Running point and not speak on it.
I just think. I mean, I don't think he's a good champion.
Who?
Roman Reigns. Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
So
wow,
he carried that.
This thing he didn't acknowledge him.
He carried that company right after the pandemic. Right, top selling merch seller. Must see TV.
Huh?
Yeah, these are
facts. I'm just from my point, like again, the Attitude Era, like coming to this new era, he did nothing for me, dog.
But you're basing it on things that don't exist anymore.
How?
So
what does he do?
So let's put it like this, right? Raw. Raw was the #1 show for the WWE for years.
Mm-hmm.
Roman went to SmackDown. That was the #1 show. Right? And he didn't show up every week. Like, he was must-see TV. You wanted to see him lose or you wanted to see him win.
That doesn't mean he's good.
He's great.
But it's must-see, though.
He's must-see.
I never watched him.
That's where it is.
How about that?
So, in all fairness, right? It was we don't know what the name of that era was before the Paul Levesque era.
It was the reality era.
Okay, so in the reality era, you had your people that were like diehard Attitude Era.
Real quick before you cut your wisdom off, Steve, who was his contenders? Who was Roman Reigns' contenders?
Everybody.
Hold on.
Who's everybody?
Hold on, but because you're asking that question without realizing how long did he hold the belt for?
3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
Bro.
Who's his competition?
So hold on.
Oh, nigga, that's 3 years of competitors.
So he fought. The biggest names that you would probably like connect to is like
who are the biggest
Brock
names?
Lesnar,
Brock,
Undertaker.
Cody Rhodes, Undertaker.
Taker's older. Brock is older. Come on,
No, he
guys.
didn't fight Undertaker.
Yeah, he fought Undertaker in WrestleMania.
He was a big dog.
Me and you went to it in Florida.
That wasn't his championship reign.
No, I'm telling him people that he's fought.
So,
Older Taker. Go ahead.
Randy.
Older Randy. Go continue.
What do you mean older?
Well,
Randy
Randy's
was young,
older.
bro.
Randy's
Randy's still
he
in
has
prime,
miles
my
on him,
nigga.
dog.
Randy's still in prime, my nigga.
He's older.
not old.
Is he not older?
Bad take. That's you're setting yourself for a bad take.
No.
He's older.
No,
Because
DJ,
he was
DJ.
gone
No,
for a year and a
DJ.
half,
You gotta see
and
this
he
shit.
came back.
Nigga,
Can you show him a
He's
picture
still
of Randy
older,
Orton?
bro.
My
He's
nigga.
still older.
No,
It
no,
doesn't
no.
matter.
No.
He looks
You-
better. He older.
No.
He's so old.
he looks.
This brother,
I
he-
understand
he
that.
moves better.
He's
Like
still
he's a better wrestler, bro.
He's still old.
No,
guys.
he's a better
you
wrestler.
bugging, man. Just because it's
Randy?
Yeah.
Yeah, my nigga.
Continue.
John
He's
Cena.
old. I like Radio. He's just older.
John Cena.
Older?
Yeah, I like him. I like Randy.
Who?
I like Randy.
Sami Zayn, John Cena, Kevin Owens.
if you're not watching wrestling,
I like Kevin Owens. I know who Kevin Owens is.
Daniel Bryan.
I don't know.
Wrestling is good. Isn't good anymore.
Edge, who he pinned.
Who?
Daniel Bryan and Edge, who he pinned one on top of another at WrestleMania.
Smaller guys that are a heavyweight division. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
These guys are
I
smaller
don't know how y'all
guys.
talk about wins and losses and accolades. Like, this shit is not.
no, he just
predetermined.
wanted to know who has he wrestled,
All right.
and the people that he named that he's
Y'all
wrestled.
Daniel Bryan has a
Y'all
bad
give
back.
niggas credits for beating somebody
No,
like that shit's not written
That's
down.
not.
Like,
But that's not what we're talking about.
all right,
It's just
I
that he's put on a show and he's drawn tickets and he's drawn views
Performance.
while wrestling these
I
wrestlers.
got you.
You
It's
know,
entertainment.
I got you.
it's not quite when Isaiah beat Mike, but it's
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? it's
So,
What I'm saying is Daniel Bryan had a bad back. Who would you say? Who was the other person?
Edge.
Bad back and older. Continue, guys.
All right. So
You're not-
and to his point,
He didn't go through a
Bryan,
gauntlet.
my
My
nigga.
nigga,
Do you remember
the attitude era had a gauntlet of niggas,
You don't remember the
man.
pop.
that's because
That's what I'm saying.
But that's because we look on it now, right? But you're throwing salt on wrestlers that like have earned that same stripe. It's just that it's not. You're not 13.
Who's gonna be a Hall of Famer that he's fought?
Who?
Everybody.
Roman?
I'm
And
asking.
Roman's wrestled almost.
Have they skewed the
Rey
the-
Mysterio, Randy Orton, like who do you want?
All right, guys.
Kevin Owens,
Oh,
Sami
what?
Zayn.
Sammy. Okay, guys.
Rey Mysterio. What you feel about
But I'm
that?
saying he's older. Is all I'm saying. He's just old.
Brock
Like,
I'm just
Lesnar
throwing names.
and
I'm just
Michael
throwing
Jordan.
names.
Brock
I'm throwing
I'm just
names.
talking about older.
But you keep throwing older out
Who
there.
is his peers?
All right, hold on.
Peer wise.
Seth Rollins.
So
Seth
listen.
Rollins.
These guys was old as fuck when we was watching. So stop making it seem like they was super young and we was watching these
My
dudes
nigga
in the
Ric
golden
Flair?
era.
Who is his? Okay.
Stone Cold Steve Austin had a head full of blonde hair.
Who
And
was?
when we watched
who
him,
was
he was
his
bald as
contemporaries?
fuck.
Who is Roman
And
Reigns'
it wasn't by
contemporaries?
choice.
But that was during the Hollywood Blondes. I get all that.
Him and
I get all that
Brian
part. I
Pillman?
get that.
Bro.
Who is Roman Reigns? Y'all not answering the question.
Yes,
who
we
is
have.
who is his peers, my nigga?
John Cena, Randy Orton.
Older niggas is what I'm
Okay.
saying to you. What do you
Daniel
have?
Bryan,
Older.
Dolph Ziggler, Seth
Why?
Rollins,
People that have
Damian
weird
Priest.
taste.
What
That's
you
what
want
I'm
me to
saying.
say?
What does that mean? These
I'm
guys
done.
have accolades just like the people
My
that
nigga,
so
I'm
good
giving
and
you
just
names.
and the Rock
Older.
beat that have
I'm talking about
accolades.
in
All
terms of his peer group. His peer group.
Seth
Seth Rollins,
Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler,
AJ Styles.
AJ. Oh, who do you want, bro, nigga?
AJ's older too, guys.
Okay.
Dolph Ziggler's not good. Come on,
He's a champ, my
guys.
nigga.
I didn't say Dolph Ziggler.
Come on, guys.
I
Stop
agree.
it.
But AJ Styles is like probably top
He's
3
good, but
wrestlers
he's
right
just
now.
all I'm
Wait,
saying
wait,
is just in terms of his peer group, in terms of the ranking that he came up with. That's all.
Real quick,
Yes.
Shawn Michaels. Would you say he's one of the GOATs?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Shawn Michaels started in 1985.
Okay.
He didn't win his first championship until
95.
96.
95,
Yeah.
96.
10 years
My nigga.
in the game.
Okay.
Miles. Big
Who
Miles.
who was
Now-
in wrestling at that time?
But when we're naming people that are big stars
Now,
and generating, views and revenue and merchandise, you're saying, who are they? Because you're disconnected from it.
I'm not saying who. I'm just saying in terms of still not being as connected as I once was. But Daniel Bryan, he's
Man, I don't think you understand
No,
the
you know what?
hype this nigga
I
had
think
behind
it's a
Dolph
mix
him.
of
Ziggler?
two things. I think it's a mix
Oh
that
my-
you're probably 25 years removed from watching it, right? And then there's also a disconnect on what those names mean today versus what they meant to you when
I'm
you were
telling
13.
bro,
Bro.
you don't understand,
So-
my nigga.
trash.
So now we got to put you through the gauntlet so you can get there.
Trash.
Moving on,
Nigga.
the Queen of the Ring.
Roman Reigns not good to me.
I tried to tell you that when they put Chris Jericho top 5. Now you want to see
Yo, we have a big
He's
argument
top
on the pod
5,
because
bro.
I put Chris Jericho in my top 5, and he's like, "Who's Chris Jericho?" I'm not.
I did not say who's Chris Jericho. Now you trying to set the shit up.
Nah, he don't. He don't.
Shut up,
he don't-
nigga.
he don't top
Say-
anybody.
say
Come
what
on,
you
my
said.
nigga. I said he's not top 5.
Okay, that's
top
his
5
opinion.
is what?
He's in my top 5 all-time wrestler.
All time.
In your top 5, it's objective, so that's your top 5.
Thank you.
But in any list,
No.
that's a real list. he-
A real list. What the fuck does that mean?
so that means that, right? if
He's
we
not
talk-
cracking the top 10 in any real list.
He's not.
No.
You're bugging. Y'all bugging.
That's just
Y'all all bugging.
no,
y'all bugging.
he's not cracking the
Why
list.
too,
He's
Jay?
top 10.
He's not. You don't think he's a top 10 wrestler?
He is.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
He
No,
is.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Wait, who would be in that top 10?
I think you got to get the hell out of here, Chase, because
No,
your take in terms of Arn Anderson is your favorite wrestler, so
All
you're
right,
automatically
all right, Chase.
discounted, dog.
We need your top 5 right now.
Yeah,
Before
like,
you
like,
do
you're
another,
automatically
hold
disqualified.
on, time out.
Hey, yo,
Before
time
you
out.
get
Yeah,
to
no,
another
no,
wrestling
time out. I
thing.
didn't hear about Arn Anderson before I started doing this. I didn't hear
Listen,
about
we
this
need
shit.
your top 5 before
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
another
Are we
wrestling
talking
thing.
all around?
Your-
Nigga, top five, nigga.
Nah.
Your
My
top
personal top 5?
Your personal
nah,
top
nah.
5.
My
Look,
personal
say
top
it.
5 would not be in the
Your
top 10.
personal top 5. Who are they?
That's
My
his.
personal top 5
Yes.
would not be in the top
Your
10.
personal top
He's
5.
trying
We're not doing that because my personal.
We all did our personal top 5.
We all did it.
Huh?
We all did it.
My personal top 5.
Yeah,
we've all
done it.
Then it would be Hulk Hogan, Arn Anderson. He would be in my top 5.
No,
Don't
keep,
look at me.
keep going. Keep
Continue.
going. No, I like it. I like that list.
How the hell you
That's
got Arn Anderson?
Four Horsemen.
Yeah,
nigga.
everybody know about the 4 Horsemen, but like,
Nigga, that's
Yeah.
Spine Buster.
Triple H. One more would have to slide to the Rock.
So wait, Hulk,
That's solid.
Arn,
Triple H, Arn. Wait,
Hulk
Hulk,
Hogan.
Arn, Triple H,
Triple H, The Rock,
Sean,
Sean.
Sean.
Ooh, that's a solid
And The
5.
Rock.
That's solid.
and The
That's
Rock.
solid.
With
Oh,
Arn
yes.
Anderson.
Arn Anderson is not in any.
I had Razor Ramon in my top 5.
Yeah,
so it's all
absolutely.
good.
He
Yeah,
should
yeah,
I
yeah.
like. No, I fuck with Razor
But
Ramon.
at the
yeah,
end of the day,
everybody fucks with Rage.
like, regardless, that's who I liked coming up. But
Hey, yo, when I hear
like
people's
who you
top
like, bro.
5, it lets me know when you started wrestling, how long you kept on watching wrestling, and where you at. Because like, hey yo,
I
in
don't
my
think
eyes,
Jericho is good.
ain't nobody better than Shawn Michaels. Ain't nobody better than that era. You cannot tell me And obviously, I stopped
fuck with
watching
Anybody
wrestling.
better than who?
I fuck with I fuck with
That-
Sean. I fuck with
Anybody
Sean.
from that era, The Rock, Stone Cold,
Is better than who?
Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, anybody from before 2000, 1999, you can't tell me there's other wrestlers better than him. Yeah.
He was the most iconic.
he's
though.
Oh,
before
you're
that.
saying that this era's wrestlers can't be better than that past era's wrestlers?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Wait, in terms of skill, or what you mean, like
They're-
character,
in
just in general?
terms of whatever you want
I
to
could
call
give
it.
you probably 3 wrestlers that are just as good, if not better.
Ooh.
Daniel Bryan.
No, I'm not gonna give you Daniel
I can
Bryan.
tell you right off his name.
with that,
he
with
ain't
that
better.
skill.
This nigga's
what's my
name
man
is
from
Daniel,
AEW?
Daniel
Oh.
Bryan.
Shawn
Their
Michaels. trained him.
star, their best wrestler.
That was Shawn Michaels'
MJF.
protege.
No, MJF.
Don't matter.
What's the one that started with them?
Who?
AEW,
AEW.
Kenny Omega, MJF.
I don't watch. Okay, all right.
Oh,
Will Ospreay.
AJ Styles.
In terms of skill,
AJ Styles will be right along with everybody from the Attitude Era.
But what are y'all
He's
saying?
just
That
small.
they're better
If
than
not
him in
better.
terms of what? Wrestling?
Nah, best wrestler's Undertaker. That's
their
me.
character,
I think that, in my opinion,
their impact.
I think the best wrestler right now
And now I'm talking about right now.
that would probably like be better or just as good as those guys from the Attitude Era is probably MJF. I
he's
think
just too small.
he's just
I don't know
young.
who that is.
Yeah, me either.
You guys don't like.
The attitude. era,
Absolutely, bro.
The,
Yeah, all he needs
But the
is a
Attitude Era
piece of
was so
paper
much
that
character.
said,
It was
"Welcome to
character
WWE,"
driven
and he
though. Like it's
signed
not
it.
even wrestling per
and
se.
everybody will know who
He's
he
not
is
just an oxymoron
because that dude is
Where's he
incredible.
from?
He's from where's MJF from? Jersey.
Detroit. No, he's from with Dolphin and all of them, right?
Long Island. I think he's VA.
Oh,
Long
okay,
Island?
okay.
Bro, it's not the same. That's probably why I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
That's why we gotta go to Summer Jam this year. I mean, SummerSlam this year.
It's not the
And
same.
we're gonna go to SummerSlam this year, and we're gonna. And it's my job to educate you and get you back into it so you understand what's going on. So I'm gonna take that on myself. I promise. You two will be speaking different come episode 30.
Bro, it just
Now,
It can't
it
be the
just
same.
it's not the attitude
Steve, you
era,
ready
bro.
for this?
yo, I'm ready. I'm ready.
It's not.
And,
It's
and-
not.
and let me tell you something else.
Go
so
ahead.
the Queen of the Ring
Yes.
also just happened yesterday. And I want to start off by saying one thing. When we grew up, all of us in this room, and we watched female wrestling, it was only about seeing titties and ass.
Yep.
Pretty
Divas
much.
and bullshit.
Yeah,
Yep.
Jacqueline.
And
you know what I mean?
it was never, ever, ever about talent.
Yeah.
It was never about ring ability or capability.
Facts.
It was never about charisma. It was only about who's going to have a nip slip and how much titties and ass am I going to see.
Pretty much.
And
That's
I
a fact.
can't tell you how demeaning and undermining that is to women. And I'm so glad that we're removed from that age because now, in the age that we're currently in, the Paul Levesque era, we're able to see some of the most talented women to ever grace the planet. With much respect to the legends of the past, the women that are wrestling today are wrestling in a way that they're representing wrestling and almost carrying wrestling to a higher degree than the men. And it shows in the views. It shows in the merchandise sales. And it's just grabbing more people's attention. And if I'm going to watch wrestling, I want to be entertained and I want to feel like I'm watching something that's a good quality. And I do get that with the women's wrestling. And that's something that we didn't get not even a few years ago. So shout out to all the female wrestlers and the young and coming female wrestlers. Not only do we now have factions in the female wrestling that we never had before, we have an all black faction, which is super dope. Because in my opinion, the all black faction that we have are 3 of the best female wrestlers on the planet. And that's Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill.
Shouts out.
So shout outs to them. Beautiful black women doing their thing, representing the culture
For sure.
unapologetically. Watch them premiere and actually show up together for the first time at this past WrestleMania in Philly. And they look like a mix of Marvel superheroes and divas. And it was so dope to see.
I think you wanted to just mention the fact that they the tag team champions right
and
now.
on top of it, they recently won the tag team titles, which is the first black female tag team to win the women's tag titles.
Which is crazy in
and
2024.
not only did they win them things, but they look like fucking superstars with them.
They look like Marvel superheroes.
They
bro.
do.
Oh
So
my God.
it was interesting to see that Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair were both bracketed into the Queen of the Ring. And I'm like, damn, like those are, in my opinion, I think Bianca Belair is the female Hulk Hogan of this era. Easily. She is. And I don't think anybody will argue me with that. Anybody argue me with that?
Ooh,
No.
What you think about Rhea? Rhea's on.
I like Rhea Ripley, but
She's
Rhea
there.
Ripley's a white woman and she's not a black woman. And that, and at the end of the day,
it is what it is.
with all
It is what it
respect
is.
to
I feel
all
you.
races,
It is what it is.
you know, it's something that we haven't seen,
Yeah.
right? There's a lot of white female talent that we've been seeing for years.
Yeah.
The black female talent that's actually good, like AAA quality good, is something that it's rare,
That's facts.
right? And it has been rare for a long time.
I don't know, man.
So, sneaker of the week.
Yeah, man. We got on display on the table here, we got the Concord 11s. Jordan. These are the defining moments. These aren't the original OGs. Yeah, man. This is probably my favorite sneaker of all time.
Yeah.
I
Arguably.
like that, yeah.
Space Jam sneaker. You know what I mean? Like, just like, it's just an iconic silhouette. The patent leather. This is also the I'm back. Well, he wore the all black I'm back against the Knicks and dropped 55 in the fucking Garden. Fuck Michael Jordan. But
Double nickel.
these are like the fire sneakers of all time for me. And also, you can't see them, but the questions are behind the table as well. So shout out to AI and Michael Jordan.
Ooh,
for
show them questions.
Yeah, show them questions.
you
Put them
mean?
up. Put them up.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
I remember I was trying to go to like every fucking mall in Connecticut to try to get these shits, but they never had my size when they dropped. So,
Word.
and shout out to my uncle for trying to bring me to each mall in fucking Connecticut to try to get these things. So,
Yeah, shout out to all
the most fire sneakers.
yeah, man, the Jordan 11 is iconic. The silhouette is iconic.
On the court, they just look crazy.
Yeah. They just
look
super fire.
I mean, who didn't want them?
Yeah.
Fire.
Who didn't want them?
Yeah.
Bro, it's a classic silhouette. Shout out to Tinker Hatfield for designing the sneaker. Shout out to Nike. Shout out to fucking everybody in Nike. So, but this is Running Point, man. Like and subscribe and all that. You found this episode to be dope. Click the link in the bio. And we got it, man. Peace.
One.